Hey, I'm CCP Monty, and right now we are underground in the CCP Vault storage facility. This is where we do all of our ESS testing. And if I walk you over to the ESS, I kind of want to discuss a few of the changes coming to New Eden right now. Now, to demonstrate, I have a couple of friends that are willing to showcase. Jötunn.
Yes.
Welcome.
Hello. Welcome. Yes, also that. Hi, I'm CCP Jötunn, playing the part of the Noble Varker.
Have you been in the ESS before?
I spent a lot of time in ESSs, actually. Some people
nice?
argue more time than I should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people think you've spent way too
Yeah,
much
a
time.
lot of time. In fact, there's a small gang in there right now, so just give me a second. I'm going to clear it out.
Now, as we all know, the Marauders have been roaming the ESS for a while. I got real friends to take a look at. Okami?
Hi,
Hey, Okami. Welcome.
I'm Okami, and I'm playing the part of the Civic Bowl.
Hello. I'm good. We got him.
Yeah. The Swimble. Have you been in the ESS before?
Yeah, a little bit.
Are you sure?
Maybe not.
Yeah.
I wanted to. I've always wanted to.
Oh, that's...
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, could you stand just right in front of that grey wall for me?
Yeah.
That's a rough number.
That's
Hey, what are you doing?
Jötunn.
Just in and out. I've been clearing out a small gang. I can do that basically with just one of me and up to like to 15, 20 of them. So it's no big deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jötunn, if you would move over there for a second.
Yeah, sure, no big deal. I'll be back in just a second.
Do me a favor and help your friend Okami out here. Could you just remove that trash?
Oh, we get rid of this?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Wow, that feels great.
Tech 3 destroyers can now enter the ESS.
Yeah, can I?
Just go ahead.
always-
There's wine and cheeses.
It's cool. Just there's the bank. The main. Oh,
Look at this ISK!
wow.
Oh.
Hey, I'm just gonna go on in myself now. Here.
Whoa!
Real quick in this game.
We get the jackpot.
What?
You coming?
Just
There you have it. Marauders no longer able to enter the ESS, but the T3 destroyers can. Right there.
Guys, hey, can you help me out? Out? Yeah, can I get out?
Yeah. I need those. I need
I
those.
gotta get out of here.
All right, there's stuff to do. Let's head out, guys. Yeah.
Alright,
So
yeah.
what were you?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go revitalize some parts of space.
guys. Hello. Guys. Listen, I'm still good in C4s. Come on, this is not quite making it happen there, fellas. Guys.
It's the nerds back together. What's up, guys? It's always this thing where you think you need to open everything up really dramatically, but we have some extra guests here today.
Yes.
Well, guests. I mean,
That was dramatic, actually, because it looked like it was just the two of you just hanging out together, just your boys. Then you press the button, bam, here we all are.
yeah, and people are like, "What? He's not in the vault anymore?"
That's true. I'm not in the vault anymore. I
got out.
I'm on parole, actually.
Yeah.
It was tough. It was tough.
That was one heavy door.
It was a super heavy door. He at one point goes to close the door, wanted to stop it, puts on the brakes, slides forward, just full feet down on the ground.
Yep.
It just was not happening. Door was maybe heavier than I am. Hard to imagine. I know.
It was able to block you.
It was able
But
to block
I mean,
me.
we have to agree.
That's true.
Chubb has always made Chubb a premium stuff.
Bro, this is not like what this podcast is about, FYI. But the name of the brand of the vault is called Chubb,
And their icon is a herring.
I'm sure they make great vaults. I smacked it several times, gave it a good slap or two.
That's how you check if it's a good vault.
That's how you got to slap it
Yeah.
a couple times. Right, just
That's
get
not going anywhere.
right. It's not going anywhere. I did slap it several times, confirmed it was a good vault. Terrible name for a company. Rename your company. You could be anything. You could be like, we make goodvaults.com. Like, people be like, oh, I guess they make good vaults. But you see Chubb. I'm sure it's somebody's name, but like, God, you gotta think of the optics. Anyway,
I actually love that skit. It reminds me of like old CCP.
it does remind me of
skits.
old CCP. Yeah.
And, yeah, it was super.
Unfortunately, Convict isn't here, so he's not. Well, he might be actually in the vault when I think about it.
We might have just left him there.
Just
No
left it in the
oxygen.
vault. You didn't know about
He
it?
might just.
If we get 1,000 likes on this video, we'll do another unhinged skit. I'm saying now. I don't actually have the power to make this happen, but I am going to say it. 1,000 likes this video. We're gonna do some more unhinged bullshit.
We'll find more vaults.
We'll find more vaults. It's a big island. There's got to be another vault somewhere. I'm pretty sure I'm peeking too, so I'll simmer down a little bit. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're not peeking. You're literally just talking into all the mic. I had a look at our volume bars, and it's like every single
yeah.
microphone is at its maximum when Jötunn speaks. Anyway, it's CCP Jötunn,
Yes.
CCP Swift, CCP Monty, and we thought we'd bring a little bit of sting back to Live to Feed by getting CCP Bee in here.
Glad to be here.
We've been missing
My first time on.
Yeah.
Have you never done the show before?
No.
Oh, sick, dude. This is
but you know why? Do you know how Twitch tried this? There's a reason we're not looking at it because it's probably like, oh, B is there. He's amazing. and then, Ben goes all, or Jötunn goes all.
Thank you for that. That's not the first time.
Goes all, oh my God, I need to make sure that everybody loves me more and starts being louder and
That's
louder
true.
and louder and louder. And
Well, you see, the thing is, bringing B on here is tactical because people look at Bjorn and they're like, hey, that guy, legitimate.
We had to even out the movie star.
Exactly.
And
With
this side of the
Twitch,
table.
with the Twitch star. He brings some legitimacy to this whole operation. And if we're going to sit here and talk about updates and
Exactly.
comms
What
and-
are we here to talk about, team?
it's nerds. We don't know. We're just going to
Yeah.
talk about something. You brought your laptop, obviously, Gamer Boy.
Apparently, we had a
It's not
patch
my
yesterday.
laptop, but yeah.
Whoever's laptop it is, it's nice.
So,
Not too bad.
basically, it's all about the new major update. And there's big patch notes. There's loads of stuff to talk about. And what we really wanted to get from B this time around is, like I said before, our Live to Feed comps have been missing a little bit of sting. And, since while he was away. Let's face it, Swift, when we went out the other day,
Heard you guys kicked ass. Were you lying?
we did not kill a single thing, I think.
We did okay. We did fine.
okay.
Yeah,
we did
yeah.
fine.
It's okay, dude.
It's not going up next to the 580 win plaques, the kill report from that day, but it was good. But let's face it, we needed something, and with this update, there's interesting stuff, especially for, in my opinion, small roaming gangs.
Yeah, there's a lot of that stuff in
Yeah.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. I, for example, last night immediately went out in a T3 destroyer comp,
Oh, yeah?
and I will have a report on how not to fly T3 destroyers in an ESS.
Very
And I can also report what the response fleet looks like now.
Let's get into it.
A little spicy?
Let's get into it. How do you want to do this, Pete? Do you want to kick off by looking at the patch notes, or
I think I kind of want to emulate what all the streamers have been doing. Pull up the patch notes,
Okay.
and we can kind of show that to people
Look at
and
this,
go
like,
through things.
streamer
bit by
streamer
bit.
boy here?
Patch
He's
notes.
put a stream deck on me. He's like, press this button. This.
Nope, not that one.
What,
Patch
can you do it
notes.
again?
Patch notes.
Boom.
There we go.
Perfect.
Oh,
So we're
we're
going to
so
be able to go
professional.
through the patch notes themselves. We're not going to linger and go through every single bit, right?
Sure.
But we can stop and talk about certain parts and discuss them and just chat about how we feel about these things, what we think we're addressing here.
I finally understand what a wormhole has left. I saw a wormhole yesterday.
You saw
and
one?
now I was like, wow, that's a wormhole.
Wow.
I do show info. Wow, I can actually sound knowledgeable in what I'm saying because I've never lived in a wormhole. And it's like, has not had its disturbed too much bluff.
It is. So we're going to talk about this in a minute when we get to the wormhole part, but that is funny that
No,
you bring
let's
that
start
up.
with it.
Okay, so here's the thing about the wormhole part. First of all, shout out to CCP.
Shout out to CCP.
CCP Rampant.
Rampant is the
might
one
be
who
who
I'm
you're
thinking
talking
of. Yeah,
about,
CCP Rampant, who has been working a lot on some of these things, and he came out and did put out a lot of like public messaging yesterday within some of the wormhole circles about some of the changes.
Within some of the wormhole
Whole circle.
circles.
Yeah, he runs in our groups now. He has eyes, and he kind of gave some justification for some of the things. One of the things that I think is really interesting about wormholers, and I speak as a wormholer, by the way, is that they're absolutely cracked out, just absolutely like unhinged human beings. We put something in the game that is objectively useful for like 90% of players. They look at it and they're like, "Wow, this is information I never had before," or I wasn't quite sure. Now I can see it. It's very clear. It's well described. It's the whole thing, right?
And it's not like counting down the minutes
Not
until
counting the
something
minutes.
breaks.
Sure. But there is a not insignificant number of people who looked at that and was like, they're trying to disrupt our culture. They're coming in here and taking away our traditional messages on our Wormhole show info screens. I just don't want to. I can't. That's not my Wormhole show info screen. Is what that is. I mean, it is like at a certain point it becomes like a cultural thing. Like, yeah, wormholes are kind of opaque and a little bit hard to read, and like, hell yeah, it's part of the appeal.
Yeah, and also when you get used to like seeing a screen for a really long time, it takes a while just to get used to like the new muscle memory
Oh yeah.
of everything. But it is just like the same information just showed in a more
Yeah,
easy to kind of consume way, with one exception.
Yeah.
There is a new screen that pops up when there's less than 1 hour left.
That is true.
Or not a new screen, but like a new
Line. On
yeah.
yeah.
a new breakdown.
And the reason we did that was because when we changed frigate holes to make them spawn in at end of life, that means that they spawn in with a roughly 4 hours of life. They would just spawn in showing this is reaching the end of its natural lifetime. So they gave you no useful information about how long the hole was going to last. So what we've done is then we added in this 1 hour remaining message effectively. So, I mean, it's useful for all holes, but especially for frigate holes, because now you know, okay, this frigate hole that at least has, you can tell if it doesn't have that message, it's somewhere between 1 hour and 4 hours. So that's a little bit more useful. You can maybe decide, hey, I might take a fleet through here, a fleet of T3Ds, for example, if you were so inclined, through this hole, because I know I have at least an hour to get back. If you see that hour message, though, you're like, this hole's spicy. It could go at any time. I'm going to step back. I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah, and just in general, a hole that is, nearing the or in the end of its life cycle, and like you said, it's 4 hours or whatever. Okay, I get the whole thing where the whole thing,
The whole thing, yeah.
holding, yeah,
There you go.
holy.
Hey. Almost there.
There's this perception, I get it, of like, let's call it professional wormholers, like people that just, and players that are just
Professional's a strong word, but yeah, go ahead.
And
I'm
we
with you.
call ourselves professionals. Yeah. Very few people agree.
Sure.
But no, it's this thing, and I get that, where you've managed to build up the tools, the expertise, and the intel and stuff like that to know this. But like you're saying with the frigate holes, it's a very, very good point of there's still this hour at play. There's still this, okay, do I have an hour or do I have 20 minutes or do I have, somewhere between 1 and 4? Because I, at least as a player, have very often been limited to using a hole just because I didn't want to chance it. If it was fun, like, how do I get back or something like that? Not that I often get back.
I have very famously trapped an entire fleet in a wormhole once, and now I'll have fewer things to blame it on. So all of the information will have been there. It'll just be me being incompetent, not just me not understanding something. So
What's that story? I haven't heard that story.
It's a very good story.
At one point, we were being chased by another fleet, and I had a great idea. We went through a pipe system, so there was only one way in and one way out, and it was very predictable where we were going. We were getting blobbed, and we had scanned down a wormhole.
What kind of a fleet was this, by the way?
This was a rogue fleet.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, what we're going to do is we're going to go into this wormhole, wait for them to pass, think they're going to follow us to the next system, and come back out and just go the other way. And I was like, this is the most genius tactical maneuver.
You're basically doing the equivalent of reversing into an alley
Yeah.
and hiding behind the dumpster.
Yeah. It's very Wile E. Coyote energy. So we went into the wormhole, and we got in just fine. The fleet passed. I was like, let's do it. Let's leave. And like 3 people left, and then the wormhole collapsed. And one of the 3 people that left was Carbon Fury, whose name I remember, and I will shame publicly. He was our prober. So
what a
everyone
bro.
else in the fleet got stuck in the wormhole, and we were just like, well, shit.
I guess we live here now.
I guess we live here now. So we decided to just shoot each other to get ourselves back home, and we just like SRP ourselves.
Nice.
But we were in very tanky rogues. So after a while, it became really hard to like just break everyone's tank, and so we're just sitting there for
Who needs
what
to go
felt
to bed
like
first?
forever. Yeah. What felt like forever, just shooting each other. And it was a sad moment.
I will say there's like wormholers kind of I don't want to be like weird about it, because there are some people who will hear this who I know are in those wormhole spaces.
Every time Jötunn
And-
starts with, I don't want to be weird about this.
They-
I'm like,
He's a
PR
wormhole for giving.
crisis,
I mean,
PR
people will look at
crisis.
it and be like, "Oh, you're being kind of cringe right now, bro," which is true and fair. But I get paid to do this, so fuck off. There's like a certain mysticism to it, though, right? Like known space has rules and regulations, and wormhole space is a little bit off the grid. So I understand why people are a little like cautious about it, but like Mr. Swift said, there's no change of information. You're getting the same information you were getting before. It's just now presented in a way that like normal human beings with like a fully functioning brainstem can read, as opposed to just wormholers who like operate purely on lizard brain. Like that's a totally different thing. So I think it's a good change.
Think it's healthier for the ecosystem as a whole?
I do. I think it's healthier to bring, because you want to make the space more approachable, not necessarily because you want people to just be like in and out all the time, but because you want people to come in so you can then slap them on the noggin. Just give them a good old spank on the head.
And this is why we do Nerds, because we've managed to spend like a good 15 minutes discussing the fact that things are typed in a different way now in client in one place.
How long is this podcast supposed to be, by the way?
Yeah, it's
8
about
hours.
6 hours.
8 hours, okay.
No, we're trying to stick with 6.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should we actually look at the patch notes?
Please.
I realized like halfway through that we had the patch notes up on like drone assist
We're talking about
stuff.
one line of changes so far. We have to keep going.
So I'm going to be ready. Drone assist stuff. That's the next one,
Cool.
right? Because you have
Yes.
It is.
Thank
Drone
you.
assist stuff.
We're taking this down from being able to have 10 characters assign drones to someone. So this used to be unlimited, as we all know. It was, once upon a time. It was 50
Once upon a time, yes.
for the last, I think, 3, 4, 5 years, maybe. No, maybe longer.
I think a little bit longer. Yeah.
B, you really need to have your mic closer to you. I'm constantly checking.
Am I not loud enough? Okay. I'll
Are you not entertained?
I'm sitting next to Jötunn, all right?
sure it's
I
my-
should
yeah, my fault.
match the energy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The thing is that
I feel bad.
Jötunn has to.
I'm just a chill guy, dude. What can I do?
Either
Just a
you
chill
kind
guy.
of crumble under his,
Yeah.
No.
just
Don't do this.
presence,
Not like this.
or you step,
Not like this, bro.
or you back on.
We're taking
paper,
drones
or-
down
I feel bad.
to 20
20.
being assigned. So we're not removing it, right?
Yes.
We're allowing like a Logi bro to still assign his drone to someone, so he doesn't have to think about getting on targets, getting on kills. He doesn't have to, he can just focus on wrapping people. We're not removing it completely, but this is a pretty big hit to people who have 10 like dummies or something to assign and mess people up. It affects wormhole space. There's a lot of like
You
EOS
just have two
crabs.
drone buddies.
Yeah.
It's not that hard.
Well, the thing about it is, yeah, you're right, having 2 drone buddies, but that is, and this is, in the past, EOSmen have been giga oppressive, right? There was a period of time where there were like 3 or 4 major EOSmen in wormhole space who, one, were...
There's the wormhole people. There's EOS men.
Yeah, I mean,
There's-
they were in Pochman too, to be fair. I mean, it's not just a wormhole problem, but they were just, one...
No, I'm just talking about all the groups that you have managed to create.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about people.
The EOSmen, wormholers, I mean, all this. The EOSmen were like just nonstop crabbing. And when they weren't crabbing, they were like sitting on a wormhole with like 60 EOSs, just one tapping anything that jumped through. Like it's like one dude at a computer, and like that's probably not cool. That's probably not a fun thing we can do.
Yeah, if it takes more people to coordinate, that's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with that.
And
But,
I
like,
think drone assisting in Garden is actually a really cool mechanic
sure.
in its core. But yeah, it doesn't really. It almost feels like you would need to have a secondary kind of bandwidth thing. It's the same reason why bandwidth got added to the game in many ways to circumvent this kind of like gameplay where you what was it? NEOs running heavy drones and stuff like that.
I don't think it is necessarily so good for one person to be able to push one button and deliver the kind of alpha that those sentry blobs were able to deliver at the time. Now, granted, we've adjusted them since then, and I'm sure there will be EOSmen in the comments right now complaining about, it's actually not realistic compared to the current conditions of the EOSmen gameplay style, which I get it. But, like,
Is
it's
that
still
the language of the
Yeah, well, no, it doesn't quite sound like that. It sounds a little bit different. But all this to say, shout out to you, EOSmen. You provided me good content. I appreciate you, but a little bit too strong. I think is where that's at.
We also made the signature radius of the sentries a little bit larger, so they're
Nice segue.
easier to lock.
Very good.
If you've got zappy boys like an Eden comm ship, they can like lock on the targets and do some AoE damage to clear them a lot easier. Bombs, this is
Bombs,
something
yeah.
that we're going to keep an eye on because bombs can very easily clear sentry drones now because they have such a large signature.
Yeah, they're like battlecruiser size now.
Yeah, they went from like 100 to 300.
Correct.
So that's really, really significant when you're talking about lock time, lock speed, and just damage to bombs.
You do have fleet formations, so you
Yes.
can spread out
Yeah.
as you land, and like have different places for your drones if you want to drop them that way.
But
But
that requires more APM instead of just dropping all at one point.
well, it requires you to land in a wall first, and then
Yeah.
yeah. I know this one is a little bit more contentious than just the drone assist. You can still drone assist gilas and rattlesnakes, but
Sure.
like
Yeah, the Guristas are eating on this one. They're just like,
Yeah.
yeah, let's do it. I don't care. We still have 10 people assigning drones. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Can you assign a gecko?
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely, you can. Yeah.
So it's 20 geckos now.
Yes.
That
Right,
would be
but I mean, it
pretty
was
scary.
50. So like, but who's using geckos?
My
Geckos
God.
are
It's so
up there.
expensive. It's so truly so expensive. We
Yeah.
need to release a gecko too. You know what I mean?
No, just
No? Okay, never
a second
mind.
version of the gecko.
Just no, it's the same thing.
Okay,
It's just
okay,
a re-release, but just called Gecko 2. Just to drive up, build some hype.
I wouldn't mind more geckos in the game, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like we need a different kind of drone like that. The Gecko is like fine by itself, but like, I want another
no,
one.
it's
that is-
phenomenal. It's like
It's
not
very
just
good.
fine.
Well, you know the best part about the Gecko is that it's got a little guy in it.
Yeah, it's a little pilot
There's a
dude.
little pilot guy in there.
Yeah.
Pilot dude.
I've been trying to pitch to Akami that we, as we get older, we have children and stuff. Why can't my kid just fly the gecko on a controller?
Because it's like a billion-isk ship. You're gonna put your kid in front of a billion-isk of a drone.
So it's like 200 mil. I bought one the other day.
Okay, probably it's 200 mil. That's probably an exaggeration. It's
Yeah.
a bill for a flight.
Okay, a teenage kid.
Sure.
I was gonna say this is giving like very Arrested Development. Like it's a banana. How much could it kill?
That's okay. Fair enough. Carry on. Man, armor rigs, huh? That was crazy. Segue.
Segue into armor rigs.
Watch me.
I would not trust a kid with a gecko. I'm
Watch
just
me
putting
make
that out there.
Watch me make this drive.
No, but yeah, let's talk
Armor
about
rigs.
the armor exchange. We're changing this so that it's not affecting max velocity, but agility instead.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like it's gonna speed up armor ships, but it's also gonna slow them down when it comes to aligning and warping to gates. How do we feel about this?
This is something that I think originally that Stitch Caneland on the CSM, I believe last year, had suggested.
Yeah.
In terms of just trying to make armor comps, especially in the small and medium gang size, a little bit more nimble and a little bit more speedy. Because we've seen so many shield comps kind of dominate the meta because they can be a lot more agile. They can, utilize that engagement envelope a lot better.
The instant shield return also on the boosters.
Yeah, that helps too. But we've seen ships like the ENI, the Exec Navy, which doesn't really have those problems, excel. So this was a kind of a way to make armor ships be able to be more competitive in a very fast or a little like more speedy meta.
Yeah. Just never turn.
Yeah, and
Still turn.
But is it going to affect more like bigger ships or smaller ships, do you think?
well, it's going to affect both ships, but I think it's going to be felt in a positive manner on the cruiser, battle cruiser size ships more so than like the capital ships or the
Yeah, I'm
like
actually
battleship
thinking. I'm
capitals.
thinking it mostly like putting maybe battle cruisers and battleships into those, the fleets that we've been seeing so much of, the FNIs, the nightmares or whatever. Just kind of thinking like, especially when it comes to doctrines and stuff, whether we start seeing large armor comps.
Yeah, I mean it's possible, and there are a few more changes down the line that we'll chat about that can like kind of compound with all these things to make ships like maybe the APOC or APOC Navy issue shine a little bit more in these situations where you don't have to just throw like a certain type of armor rig on there, a certain type of rig. You get a little bit tankier, and you don't have to give up your top speed and your top velocity.
So I have to say this one thing that's an immediate change. First ESS I entered yesterday, APOC's in 200 kilometers off.
Yep, I've been hearing the same report
Yeah.
that all those Paladin pilots
They just
have just been
Bucks.
they swapped to APOX
so
and they're not
funny.
sitting cloaked. They're just sitting there and they're just called ESS Defender. Come in, like so they're still there, but they just can't surprise you.
yeah.
And look, the damage difference is huge. Like it's like
massive.
Yeah.
it's completely different. It's
Yeah,
way
but
more.
everybody's trying to do this now and testing it in a T3 destroyer. It does not survive a lot.
No,
There were still some Vargers in ESS yesterday. People that logged off before the patch
incredible.
and then logged back in because it doesn't move like every single downtime. It moves every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really smart maneuver. Like, I
Yeah.
love pilots that think about things like this because it's not something that I had personally considered. I know CCP Kestrel was thinking about it,
Yeah.
and he wasn't super worried because the ESS, like you said, moves every like 2 or 3 days. But yeah, just logging off in an ESS the day before a patch where you know
Gigabrain.
you're going to be like the apex predator inside
yeah.
there
Wait,
now.
does the ESS move inside systems?
Yep.
Yes.
I always learn
It's
something
like a
new
little
when I sit
wandering
down
little
with
guy.
the nerds.
Yeah.
I just never thought of it. I just warped to the beacon. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
It is for a brief moment they were gods. Gods in a very small bubble.
If it was always static in one spot, you could anchor bubbles and like do weird things on the outside of it,
Yeah.
and
True.
and just
Yeah.
you could have like citadels anchored
Yeah,
really
it
close to
makes
them. and
100%
stuff.
sense. I
Yeah.
just didn't never thought
Yeah, it's
about
not
it.
something you consider. Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this armor's like rig change is pretty cool, especially because we added a new skill as well to lower that agility hit. I
But
don't.
that's
There's still
mostly for
it's
plates,
still
right?
not like game changing. Like this isn't like a meta just shake up just because armor rigs now don't cause you to be a little slower.
Yeah.
But it is a healthier push towards kind of closing the gap between shield and armor.
And that's what a lot of these changes are. They're kind of
Yeah.
closing the gap between things that were overperforming
Yes.
and things that were underperforming or things that were like a little bit too average. Instead of just tuning everything up to the same level, which would just kind of push power creep in a really unhealthy way,
Yeah.
we're just adding more options for people to be able to use stuff. You're not going to right-click destroy your Ferox Navy issues overnight or zerg them into a Keep Star, which maybe you'll do, and swap them out for like a Prophecy Navy issue, but maybe when you're theory crafting an X comp, you'll be just like, oh, I can get a little bit more utility out of this ship than I thought I could.
I have seen this sentiment a couple times, and I think it's worth addressing this because I feel like people are always ever just respond based on their own experiences, right? They see how they play the game, the people who they play with, and they say,
Yeah.
this is how things are. And realistically, we can't go off of just like one person's anecdote. We have to look at the whole sum of things, and we have, thankfully, here a lot of really good data people who process a lot of data. Then provide us information about what is and is not performing well based on.
Yeah, none of these changes are from like one
No.
something. It's
easy to-
stats internally. It's talks with CSM. It's talks with like Okami did a ship balance patch kind of thread,
Yeah.
and it ended up being like how many people were answering in
Too
that
many.
thread.
Several
Yeah.
thousand.
It was a really long thread to
Yeah,
go
it was a long
through. And I
thread.
know both Okami and Kestrel and several of us gone
Yeah.
through like almost every single post
Yeah.
and compile it into a spreadsheet.
Unhinged.
And it's like chats between people here at CCP about things we run into and live to feed, and like other.
Yeah.
It's this whole big thing of trying to balance and
It's
just healthy
also-
directions
there's
to go into
also
the
a
into the
thing.
fall.
Like, I personally, and this is like not. Thankfully, I'm not a balancing dev or anything like that. I don't touch the game in that way. I feel the meta just needs to be shook up regularly because if there's one thing that EVE players excel at, that is just figuring shit out.
Well,
And
I mean,
finding the loopholes.
that
and
is the question,
Finding
right?
those things.
There are plenty of people who have said that we did not shake up the meta enough, and then an equal size, seemingly equal size number of people who are like, "This is shaking up too much. You've ruined things that were great," and then other people saying like, "Hey, those things that were great are actually shit, and you've made them better. So thank you." It's such a fucking balancing act, right? There's so many different things that play into it. I see a lot of people say like, "Hey, this thing was, I don't know what the issue was. I thought it was fine. It was great for me. Like, why does things change?" Well, because there are a lot of people playing the game, and a lot of different different interactions between things. It is a constant balancing act. I mean, the game will never be perfect, right? We're never going to get to a point where EVE is just like fixed and there's a perfect balance of every possible ship. One, partially because that'd be kind of boring, I think. So making little iterations like this, giving the guys in balancing the tools to just get in there and poke buttons, see what fucking happens. I think it's pretty cool.
It's more that they do make informed decisions.
Yeah,
They're
they
not
just
just
poke
like,
buttons. They,
there's not just like a wheel. They're like, oh, Megatron.
It's a dartboard.
I may unveil that truth one day.
Very good. Very good.
It's definitely more thought out than you guys are giving it.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
What
I've
is
seen
it? It's
some-
CCP Kestrel in the cave. He just like
We send them to the mountains
Yes.
with just like a case of food and some
ayahuasca.
blankets.
Yeah, well,
And-
let's
We
not
should
talk.
probably not make
let's-
that joke on
let's-
the street.
Let's
All right,
not talk
bleep
about
that one
all
out.
the things that. Oh yeah, I found. No, I lost the bleep.
Nah,
button.
it's okay. Just send him to the mountaintop. Let him speak to the divinities and come back down with his
Just meditate and come
stone
back down with
tablets.
some ideas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But talking about just shaking up metas, the fact that we're removing Marauders from the ESS.
Should I go to the patch notes again?
Send it back.
He's
Yeah,
still
yeah.
searching for it.
No, it's right here.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Patch notes.
Here we go.
Just removing Marauders from the ESS is
Yeah.
going to open up just the meta to all of the other battleships, battle cruisers, and cruisers to go and like experiment. Hey, how is this without this oppressive beast that can come in here?
Yeah.
There's also just going to be one place in the game where the Marauder is not king.
Well, I mean, and the thing is, we made the mistake. Well, I actually think this was a mistake that we made, if I'm being honest. When we tuned the Marauder up so high, as high as it was like 2 or 3 years ago, it became, I don't think it was an intentional issue, but it became the best ship in like so many different engagements.
Yep.
Whether it's for ratting, whether it's for PvP, whether it's for, gate cams, whether it was for, I mean, hell, null blocks. I mean, Horde had that golden armada they had for a long time that was like 300 paladins. That was an insane thing that they were able to do.
That's when they had the plate bonus still on him.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
that was pretty cracked.
But if we look at like ships as usually they have like a balance of speed, damage, and tank.
sure.
And Marauders just had all three in
Yeah.
excess, right?
Yeah.
So we're taking one of those things away. We're taking away the MJD bonus.
Mm-hmm.
People don't really understand why we're doing that, but it was faster than some like pirate cruisers
Yes.
at getting around on grid, just how often they could MJD.
Yeah.
I love how this is starting to sound like we made those decisions.
Yes, this
We
group here.
did that. Yeah, we
We as CCP definitely did.
like yeah, we at CCP.
But yeah, when you think about it, like Bastion does make you immobile, right? That's the concept of Bastion, where you can't move around, but you get very, very strong defensively and offensively. But if you kind of like cycle and play with your Bastion to like just turn it on and off, you could MJD and like effectively position yourself around the battlefield faster than someone that would be able to just be constantly moving. So that's what we mean by mobility. Like we know that you're static for a good like just a minute at a time, but being able to effectively blink 100 kilometers every 60 seconds does make your like effective speed, your like however you want to call it, very, very high relative to, as B was saying, things like a battle cruiser. So they were really, really fast ships and able to move around. I think everyone's probably experienced this when you're roaming around in a PvP fleet. You jump into some Marauders jump into you, and so you just try and pull range, and then 6 seconds later they're on top of you again, and you're like, well, crap.
Yeah.
I'm now in the death zone, and I instantly die.
I had such a stupid death the other day.
Are they all?
So I'd been running in my paladin quite a bit, like ratting and doing sites and stuff like that. But I'm out PvPing, and I'm not in a paladin, and I'm actually not even on the same character. And so two things, that character neither had the MJD skill, it only had like one, the one that I was PvPing in. And number two, I just used MJDs so little for such a long time, apart from the paladin I was ratting in. Yeah, I forgot about that bonus being on Marauders.
You were expecting to be there. And it
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah. So I was I got a bit cocky.
Yeah.
Did I end up in a pod? Yes, I did.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it also took a really long time to spool up with the skill in level 1.
Yeah. Yeah, that will do
It
it.
does feel excruciating.
Yeah. I was like tanking. I was in a brooding. I was like tanking a Barkist, and I had hull tank, and it was like the damage was so constant that I was just counting, and then like, oh yeah, oh wait, no, shit.
Also blooming your signature and taking more damage. But just, I think people are going to find fights in ESSs now to be a new puzzle to solve. Like, you can now bring in something like, I don't know, a Tempest, and not just get immediately dunked on and know that a Vargur or some other Marauder is going to come in and you just don't have a chance.
Yeah.
It's also going to be a place to run in PvP, and hopefully like not just kitey shit on the ESS outside, like we see so much in modern PvP, but like actually I can go in here and I shake some of those. The alley is too tight to reverse into for at least the Marauders.
It's been used for that for quite a while.
It has, definitely, if you have
I
an
just
AP
look forward to
thing.
people bringing something new and like figuring, hey, I'm going to use a Nightmare, and then someone brings a Vindy or something to
Instead of the one
exactly
correct thing.
something different.
I also just feel like there is a gap between a T1 battleship and then the Marauder that is not being filled, maybe because they're not being used in that way enough, the Vindicators and the Nightmares and such, that the Marauder almost feels like it's 3 or 4 steps ahead.
It's because not enough people fly the Megathon Navy issue. It's the best ship in the game.
The Megathon
Which is
Navy.
getting buffed.
But
It is
like,
getting buffed.
Yeah.
but like 2 Megathron Navy issues against the Kronos. Who wins?
I mean, just you talk about like PvP or sex appeal.
Well,
They do kind of look the same.
Because Megathon Navy's got the guns. Kronos has those 4 little. When it goes to blast, it's like. But Mega Navy, it's good stuff.
can you slap that like what? Thank you.
Ow! Fuck me! That hurt. God damn it!
No, but like seriously, how many Megathron Navies do you need to field against the Kronos?
Yeah.
The Marauder is still insanely strong
And the thing is, the
and relatively
defenders
cheap for the power.
in the ESS, the defenders will still have an advantage, right? It's their home turf.
Yeah.
They'll have a ship ready to go in there, and so if you are kind of defending an ESS, instead of sending like one Paladin and one Vargar in, you might be sending 1 or 2 other battleships in. The guys inside will probably still die, but it will also feel like you might have a chance, right? Because if we were talking about this last week, if we're just in with 2 battle cruisers and a Vargar comes in, it just you feel like there's nothing you can do in that situation.
You won't outrun it. You can't kill it.
But if there's a Tempest in there, I might be able to kill that Tempest with my friend. We'll both still probably die in the process, but at least it feels like
it's
there's
worth
something you
taking
can
the
do.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is something that is also something that we have to balance around as well. Is just not just the actual data, and not just like how things play out in terms of damage numbers, but also just like engageability. How does this affect the meta? How does this affect like the mental aspect of wanting to take a fight and things like that?
It's not often talked about how many fights get ruined by something show up on a grid. Like when faxes were a little too strong and they would show up, you just know you're not going to kill anything, so let's leave.
Yeah.
But there's no stat anywhere about that having not happened, right?
And that's why it's really important for us to not just look at data. We can't just look at raw numbers. We have to contextualize that with players that reach out to us. This isn't just the CSM. It's when you guys talk to us on Discord, talk to us on the forums, make a Reddit post or something about or even make videos and stuff like that. Just to kind of, like I was saying, contextualize the data a lot more. Because exactly, B, to your point, there are so many things that happen that will stop a fight from happening.
Yes.
That just isn't in a number.
Yeah. I mean, how many times have we been in Live to Feed? We see a Varg or a Golem show up, and we're like, all right, well, fight's over.
Yeah, time to go.
Yeah, time to go.
Just time to start prepping the next comp.
Yeah.
But I also think that the way that we're balancing it now, we're not killing the ship line as
No, it's
like
still
they're not
strong.
going into the bin. Like
No.
they're still have the
No,
tank,
no,
still have the
no.
damage. They're not ruined for PvE. You can still dunk on people on your skyhooks and outside of the ESS and on gates and like they're not
still
dead. These ships.
They're still very, very strong
they're
ships.
there's one place in the game that they're no longer the answer for.
Yeah.
But they were the answer for like 60% of gameplay before that.
And I think in a very elegant way with the Bastion module as well, the way we adjusted that, kind of hitting the XLASB fits a little bit because they were overperforming. Like running into a Varg with triple XLASB, you get nothing if you do get to kill it.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, cool, he was T2.
Yeah, because it's a very cheap fit, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas, and you're kind of right. In a way, we're also buffing some of the other Marauders outside of the ESS.
Yeah.
Like the armor Marauders, they get to benefit from the mass reduction from the rigs, or the velocity, max velocity penalty being removed from the rigs.
Wormhole or panic suddenly.
Yeah, sorry.
There's a moment there I was like,
Mass reduction, rigs.
What do I not know?
Yeah, there's a separate page of the patch notes.
Just like light flash before my eyes.
we didn't have enough like just stabs to send it into
Sure,
Wormholes.
sure,
That part of the patch
sure.
notes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and also like when you're active repping now, kind of to your point, you can feel like you have a little bit more control over your active armor reps, so you're not just completely wasting a cycle.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to wrap the same amount. It's just going to wrap less but faster, but not cost you any more cap.
Exactly. Yeah.
So it's basically a shield booster.
It's kind of bridging the gap a little bit and punishing the XLASB fits a little bit more, because the XLASB runs on just 9 charges there, right?
Yeah.
But the other huge thing is allowing T3Ds, Tech 3
my
destroyers
gosh.
into ESS. And I actually want to pull up the game as well and show a couple of things because
This is Bee's party piece for our show.
Well,
we just want to see fits.
I'm actually just going to talk about other things that I've seen people do already. But if we have the patch notes up here for just a second, if you guys didn't know, Confessor and Swipple got it reworked, but all T3Ds can go into the ESS now.
Yeah.
But there's this new bonus here, new defense mode bonus to
Yeah,
remote
what's going on with that?
armor repair amount.
Why do we do that? What is that? Why are we doing that?
Why are we doing this?
Why are we doing that?
For fun.
Hell yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, that's the question. That,
Confessor and Swipple were very underused. We want
Yeah.
to give it some new and different utility. You can't really bring them up to the same level as like a Jackdaw
Sure.
and a Hecate because
No, I agree with that. I mean, they because they're both, especially the Swipple was suffering after the Swipple changes of the olden days.
yeah,
where
like
it was
15.
cracked
Yeah.
for a while, and then we like nuked it, and it's been kind of nuked ever since. Confessors are really only good in like one context, and that
And was just overshadowed by the Ratchery and other things.
Yeah.
like-
right.
Yeah, but there's one thing that I noticed when I was trying to set this up.
What's that?
The Confessor is really the only one that works with an oversized AB now.
No,
You
I-
can-
the Swipple.
Yeah, sorry, the Swipple can as well, but
Yeah.
the Confessor can go seriously quick
Yeah.
with an
Sure.
oversized AB.
I think we're going to like
Without-
home defense fleet of Jackdaws with overpropped as well. Like I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
people are going to
I
like.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe.
Do you think so with the Jackdaw? Do you manage to get all the damage on it?
You can figure it out.
the
Well,
only thing-
I tried it, for example, with the Hecate yesterday. No way. Like I running a rail Hecate with that nobody does. Obviously, you go for blasters, but like your damage was so severely punished
Yeah.
that I opted in going for like just a one-man. And
Most of the fits I've seen have been
neutrons.
one man as well for Swipple and Confessor. I mean, it's only been one day, right?
Yeah.
sure.
You don't have the answers? Why the hell did we bring this guy on?
I'm curious. How does the Confessor stack up to like a Deacon? Like how do they compare?
They work really well together now.
Yeah, but they can't both go into the ESS though.
That's true. Well,
I don't actually know the rep numbers compared.
Yeah.
We can pull it up and
I'd be
check.
kind of curious because, like, the reason I ask is because this is something that we've never had before. We've never had destroyer logi, like not really. That is effectively what this is. It's
Yeah.
a destroyer class logi
It's
ship.
similar in a sense to the Tech 3 cruisers who have a logistics subsystem.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
So I
Which
think
is
that's kind of like
cool.
the inspiration for this type of change.
Yeah. I'm curious whether or not it is bet because it certainly probably doesn't have the range that like the T2 frigate logi has. At least there's no range bonus. It just says amount and activation cost.
Yeah, there is no range bonus. So this is more for like a spider tanking Swipple or Confessor fleet,
suppose.
which we've seen quite a lot of. It's actually really fun to fly these spider tanking setups, not only in PvP, but also in PvE. There are a lot of like situations, especially some of the Wormhole content.
Yeah.
We can take those.
What's interesting about it though is the way it was done is that if I was gonna call you Ben,
It's okay. They know what my name is.
if
Hi,
you are
I'm
getting
Ben.
primaried and
Sure.
we're all flying remote repair,
Uh-huh.
I also have to go in defensive mode to repair you,
Yeah.
which is kind of interesting
Right.
because you can have some people in the fleet be fully remote repair
Sure.
fit and just act as logi if you wanted to do it that way.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can like lower your total DPS by having everyone hop into defensive and just try to tank through it and just survive that moment in the fight, so to
Sure.
speak.
Yeah.
I'm curious too about your slot layouts then too. I mean, because do you
Yeah.
fit a full rack of guns or do you bring?
Let me show you a couple of it. I'm gonna hop over into the game here real quick.
Cool.
What's the is there? It's only the propulsion mode that gives you more speed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we're all in defensive or attack, then everybody's running at the same speed essentially. If it's the same fit.
Yes.
Yes.
You can be in sharpshooter mode or
Sharpshooter, yeah.
defender and still have the same speed. No one's gonna like outrun you.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna pull up a fleet of a public fleet that Pando did yesterday and look at some of these things here. This is
I did not know you could drag.
Shout out to Pando.
I just saw him drag.
Yep.
you could just
Okay, so
drag
he,
the fit in.
Thank you.
so he. Okay, I see.
So,
he actually doesn't
Cyro, sorry, dude. I'm just using you as an example, buddy. This is not. You guys had a phenomenal fight. Never mind. I want to
You're a
show
Pando.
the fit here. You can get a 400 plate with a couple of reppers on it, 4 guns. This thing with Aurora, if you're in sharpshooter, you're doing decent damage here, 220.
Not bad.
Once you go into defensive mode and look at the wrap amount here, 64. If I overheat a normal wrapper with nothing, it only goes up to 70. But if I'm in defensive mode, this is going to be like way above it, how much I'm wrapping here.
Yeah. What's the range on those reps too? 11 fall off or no?
8.4 optimal, 11 fall off.
Yeah, you have to be really
So you have to
close.
be like in,
Yeah, you
you have
gotta
to
be
be
up-
anchored up close
Yeah,
up
sure,
to your
sure, sure.
buddies. But
But
this,
this has an oversized prop mod. Or
no, that's
normal
actually a
prop mod.
one-man.
So the velocity that they're getting is still like 628. And
Yes.
the sig radius will be.
If you're in propulsion, you're
small.
hitting
Yeah,
like
really, really small.
800 something. Also, you get like resists as you're in defensive mode and smaller sig, and you can make this work, especially for like an ESS type fit.
Cool.
If you have a bunch of those, where
They didn't have a ton, but what they did is they actually used a bunch of these ones, which are just fully rep fit as well.
Interesting.
So they had some like logi
It's like
confessors as
mixed
well.
in the whole,
yeah.
that's pretty cool.
how's the cap on that?
I mean, you got a cap booster and
there's
a
a cap
battery.
booster there. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm assuming like your buddies can carry more cap boosters too, and it's 400s. You can probably kill a few things and pick them up.
It's pushing 20k HP as well.
Yep.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
That ain't bad.
Yeah.
That Pando, he's a thinker. He's thinking that guy.
He is. Speaking of Pando, look at his Macu ball. Actually, let me click this.
Oh, the Mecha Ball also got changed.
He's actually super stoked about this, and it's a ship that we haven't seen that much of.
It's the first time anybody
It's
has ever
just
said they were super stoked about a Mecha Ball.
really expensive. No, you should be. It's
But look
freaking
at this.
cool.
Look at this thing. 0 tank. It's just RDs and a dream, right? And you got to scram it along. And you got 10 of men, so you're just zooming in one direction, and then you're hitting people with like EMP, doing like decent damage
what's
here.
your scram range?
I mean, it depends on what you put on it, like
Sure.
just normal scram range.
Yeah.
But like these type of fits will catch frigates off by surprise. They'll try and ram you. You just scram them off, so they're right behind you, and then you pop them.
Thing is, though, the DBS isn't that far from the Confessor, but the Alpha Strike is brutal.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool that we showed this and the what's the other one called? The other pirate destroyer. Mamba. There we go.
Mamba.
Showed them a little bit of love.
Yeah.
They deserve it to be a little bit
They came
more,
out of the gate a
little stronger than
Yeah.
than what they're priced.
Yeah, the only really like pirate or like kind of faction destroyer outside the Navy Confessors and stuff like that you see is obviously the Kiki. The Kiki is strong as hell
And has been used for years and years and years, right?
Yeah.
it's also just such a like low skill entry ship, but has a really high skill ceiling at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of like an SP investment, it's really easy to get into.
Yeah.
And
it
it
fits
can
a lot of
be
different
really,
doctrines
really
as well.
effective.
And
Yeah.
I've seen people fly. I mean, we flew shield kikis and wormhole fleets for a long time for Frickle stuff.
I just want the Tech 2s to be a little bit cheaper. Like I want to do an Ikitursa
You want to
group.
Yeah. Icky's online. There was a period of time when the Icky first came out where everybody was flying Icky Turses.
They also just look so dope. I love the trick
Yeah,
ships.
it was a sick time. I miss Icky's online.
Triggs didn't get any love this patch,
No,
but
they
I
did not.
honestly
It's
I
okay,
think
A little
I
bit.
think-
They actually low-key got a little bit of love
Oh,
in
with the
terms
armor?
of
No.
just in terms of like the pricing for the availability of the T2 materials. I know we're hopping around parkouring through the patch
That's
notes.
fine.
Yeah, that's fine. But
Definitely fine.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how that like goes, because on top of that, when the Barbaroga comes out and stuff, and the demand for those components becomes a lot higher,
Yeah.
it will be interesting to see if stuff settles.
This is
like-
actually something we're actively looking at. We know the resolution is not going to come in one patch,
Sure.
but just the supply of the T2 trig materials. What I was hinting at before is there are some POC sites now. We've balanced a little bit of before it was always Flashpoint or nothing. In Legion, we kind of smoothed that out a little bit more. So there's more reason to do some of the other content. And we've replaced some of the commodities that we're dropping in some of these POC sites to have T2 Triglavian salvage and some of those materials as well. So the ecosystem should have a little bit more material to work with.
Yeah.
So hopefully the price point will come down a little bit. This isn't going to drastically, like you were saying, it's not going to drastically change it overnight. And it's something that our teams are always looking at to try and find new ways to kind of put these materials in there to balance out the demand for the T2 trig components.
Sure. Let's carry on, shall we?
Let's carry on. How long have we got left? Because we're like 1/10 through the patch notes.
We went through most of this stuff. So
Mrs.
instead of
Swift
like
has 15
talking
minutes.
directly maybe about like some of these changes, like the Navy battlecruiser stuff. I mean, isn't this
Ferox
just
Navy, we heard a lot of people talking about it just being the just overused.
It was also just boring. It was just getting boring. Like it's always a rail FNI fleet everywhere.
Yeah, and they were real strong. Like with links, they were like 180k EHP, and they were hitting pretty damn far and pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
They were tracking really well. So the Ferox Navy got pulled down like a decent amount, but on top of it, railguns got kind of pulled back a little bit as well.
Have you guys flown a blaster FNI in like just solo PvP or something?
Only
like
as a meme.
Yeah, same.
So I came up against one, very disappointingly, in my just fitted Vigilant, which did not survive an F&I.
I would imagine that would not go over very well.
The problem was you were flying a Vigilant.
The reason I went, might be. The reason I went for it was like, this rail F&I is not going to stand a chance.
Yeah.
And then that void started hitting. You're like, uh-oh.
And I mean, I'm doing like 1300 DPS, and I'm applying well.
And he's just comfortably tanking.
Yeah.
No, he wasn't tanking it, but I was for sure not tanking it.
It's easy to forget that the Navy Ferox is a really good solo boat as well. Like it's got a pretty robust tank with the shield bonus that it gets.
Yeah.
But exactly as B was saying, kind of tuned it down a little bit, bring its range down a little bit, make it a little bit harder to fit so you can't have everything. You can't have a lot of DPS and a lot of lock range and a lot of tank at the same time.
Yeah.
And just tuning down railguns in general, because we've seen a lot of railgun stuff starting to overperform. Things like the Rogue, which we buffed back in Legion. We buffed back in Viridian, and the Rogue has been being used more and more and more. And it kind of like we've been talking about, a common theme for this is if you're doing everything a little bit too good, we want to take one of those pieces away from you.
Yeah.
What I was surprised to see is we didn't see a lot of Naga fleets. I really thought that with the large railgun buff that it got, I
think people are just scared because they're so squishy.
I just remember running into dark side all the time.
Postal code now from your mic.
Yeah, but I'm real loud. Listen, do you see the thing?
Do you know
See the
how
bar?
much I needed to nerf you?
Okay, look.
Before
Hello, chat. Hey, chat. It's me, CCP Jötunn. Listen,
It's me or mine.
here's me.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, we used to always run into dark side who would fly the Naga fleets.
Yeah, Darkside are really iconic with the Naga.
Yeah. And they would actually run like a 7-gun Naga with just max tank because they didn't care about like a little bit of extra DPS loss. They just. So we're kind of going back to the days that they used to rock, you know?
Yeah.
Not happy with Jötunn?
No, he's fine, dude. We're doing well. Listen, I agree. I think
Looking like Freddie Mercury over there.
in no way, shape, or form does Jötunn look like Freddie Mercury.
The way he holds his mic does.
Although, ironically, this is the same mic stand that Freddie Mercury had at Wembley. It's just small in his hands.
Listen, hang on.
I'm sure Chad's hearing the most.
You do realize
loud
that
bumps.
carries all the sound.
Yeah. I'll grab the bottom of the shaft here. We're good. Listen, here's the thing. I think the Naga is super cool. I love the T3 or not the Tier 3 battle cruisers. All the battleship size ship gun battle cruisers.
Yeah, the Talos and that stuff.
I love them with the exception of the Tornado. I think the Tornado is kind of lame. But
Why?
Because he's been killed too many times by a tornado.
Windrunners have smoked me too many times.
Well, do I have news for you?
Hey, it's all calculated, team. Let's go right into it.
They did get touched up. So Windrunners are currently
Nobody
a
heard what you
lot
said
harder.
while he's fixing his mic.
Oh no, the Windrunners.
Oh, I thought you actually broke something.
No, we're good. Listen, it's all calculated. It's all part of my plan.
But tornadoes are going to be faster. They're going to be. Let me actually try and look for it.
It's down there somewhere.
It's a little bit underneath here.
We did some stuff to the Nag too, and the Sin. We did some stuff to the.
We're going to show the Sin in a
We
second.
need to talk
Actually,
about the Sin update.
Yeah,
That is
yeah.
really cool.
The Sin is really cool.
I have heard.
I'm pretty sure it's somewhere over here. Here's the NATO.
Somebody on Reddit, because I was
Talos,
unfortunately reading Reddit the other day, was talking about the Sin nerf or the Sin changes coming kind of out of nowhere and being like a huge pleasant surprise.
Yeah,
which was super sick. So anyway,
but the NATO is now going to be faster on grid. So if you're a Chad on grid kiter,
Indeed.
you're going to have a better Talos.
Hell yeah, I love
sorry,
that.
Tornado.
Mhm.
But if you just want to ping pong around, in low second stuff where you can't even get bubbled, that's real rough to deal with a Windrunner fleet, right?
Yes.
So I think this is a healthier change, not being able to have large artillery alpha that's just ping ponging around the grid like this.
Yeah.
Yep, and we're not talking about a huge, it's not like you're going to be stuck in space for 15 seconds. We're just adding a couple seconds to your line speed, giving people just a small chance at being able to catch you. They still have to.
I don't see the tornado fleets just being packed up and kept in the hangar until it gets.
No, they're still very
Exactly,
useful.
yeah.
Still probably the Alpha Strike.
Yeah. They are kings of that area for sure. But
The
now
Nog.
they're a little bit more catchable.
The Nog is my favorite though. Looks like a gun. Looks like a big old rail gun. It's super cool.
It's a good looking ship.
So you would want to carry a Naga
Plus,
primary and a Vexor secondary.
would. Plus, we've got an 18 Naga coming here for too long.
We're not talking about that today.
We're not talking about that today, but we do.
I'm going to scroll back up here because I do want to talk about the Sin that we kind of scrolled over here. Right about
almost there.
here.
Yeah, you quickly ran over our Sin.
Hell yeah.
So the Sin lost the Logi drone bonus.
Useless.
And it gets this.
Aren't you guys all blopping with Logi drones?
yeah.
No,
No.
no.
Once,
We
I
thought
think.
it would be neat when we were like redoing the Black Ops battleships. We thought that would be a neat kind of niche for it, but
Yeah.
didn't really work out that
We
well.
were maybe a little bit high. I wasn't here then. I can't say we.
But we added a scrambler range and a scrambler strength,
That's super cool.
which suddenly puts the Sin into a situation where it's going to actually catch and hold supers.
That's so fucking cool.
So if we look at this here, if you go for a scrambler,
How's the market in Polaris?
there's nothing.
Real bad.
So even with just attack 2 scrambler, you're getting 7 strength.
Yeah, that's with was it Black Ops or was it Galante Battleship 5? I think it's Galante Battleship 5.
I think it goes with the Black Ops.
It's on the
skill.
Black Ops bonus
It's on the
here.
Black Ops
Scrambler
bonus,
range
yeah.
and to the scrambler.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
dude.
and B obviously has everything at 5. So.
I mean, a dev character here, but I mean, of course, my normal
Yes,
characters
of
also have
course,
this.
of course. Only the most elite. The elite Sin
No, but
pilots.
like even with just 4 normal scrams, attack 2, you could hold a super if he's not using
That's crazy.
How many points does a normal one have? 3?
normal scram 2.
2.
Yeah.
And then it goes up to 3 with the faction ones, and
Yes.
you can get a 4 one, right?
Three is the
3 is the
highest?
max.
I think 3 is
Yeah,
highest.
okay.
Unless you're flying like a Mollusk Navy.
If you want to be safe here for the range as well, if you're trying to catch something like a, I don't know, like a Dregarista or something on here, you're getting
I mean,
8. And look at this range here as well.
15.
You're scramming up to 18.
That's nuts.
Then you put on a couple of Sinos. You put on full tank,
So cool.
some Gnosis to keep the stuff going.
Yeah.
This is now a super hunter.
What the supers go up to how many points?
25.
And then the Titans are what, 10 per level, right?
I don't remember what
I-
type
they're-
it
I
was.
think it's
they're-
at 50.
They're 10 per level, but I don't know what they start
Ebus.
The Ebus.
at. I was looking at this yesterday, and
I still have a hard time conceptualizing supers that can be tackled with like actual scrams. Like,
yeah,
Because you could only do it with Hicks Rams before.
Yeah, yeah.
10 points.
Yeah.
and it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's 10 plus per racial Titan level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I just couldn't remember what the baseline was because I am not a Titan pilot.
Hey, can I have one of your Airbuses?
I don't have any.
Don't have any
nearby.
anymore?
Nope.
What happened to them?
I gave them away.
Oh, damn. I should have known you sooner.
I actually used them for SRP when PL used to feed Titans a bunch.
Oh.
And then I didn't want them back because
okay.
Ask for a Titan.
I'm just asking. It's the only way I'm going to get one.
did have a Vanquisher for a while.
That's true. Oh, ooh, okay. Sheesh.
I remember tracking Titan era when
Uh-huh.
a certain somebody
I-
would always
I
land
also
upgraded
remember
me.
the tracking Titan era. It was dope.
Should bring it back.
You should not bring it back. It was broken.
But Sin now is going to be, filling a whole different role on top of what he used to be doing. Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
You don't need another one, dude.
You definitely do need
We had a big ravioli for
100%.
lunch with that good ham.
It was good.
Listen,
Come on.
I'm gonna get the meat sleeps here before too long. I gotta keep going.
Yeah, or you're getting
But
the
I think
caffeine
Sin's pretty
crash.
cool.
Yes, and
Sin's pretty cool.
And I just made a new skin for mine, so I'm really happy with this. Start using it.
I'm
APOC
super
and
excited for these two, by the way.
Yeah, I
these
love
two?
this change.
Yeah.
They're going to be competing now with like rogue level sniping.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is like how many of the ships we're seeing in AT. I mean, we're not seeing a lot of APOCs, but like Gettons and stuff like that you never see out in space.
I think it's just because of it's a like
Limited ecosystem.
limited ecosystem. I mean, like because you got to think that you're in the AT.
Yeah, they're coming up against a controlled.
It's a
like,
much more like
known quantity.
yeah,
enemy.
and you know, like you can kind of guesstimate what sort of things you're going to be able to see on the other side. Whereas when you're planning to take a fleet out or take a ship out to do roaming stuff in Eve on TQ, you could run into anything, and so you kind of have to prepare a little bit more for more different kinds of things. Where in the AT, barring something unusual, you're kind of always going to see, the same sort of handful of things generally. But
It's a super good subject to pivot to, though, because we are doing a balance change during AT season. We just had the feeders
been
finish.
very contentious.
We have a couple of months until the actual tournament itself.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys think it's enough time for people to adapt and find something that they could
100%.
use?
Yeah, I think so.
100%.
I think for a lot of the Alliance Warrant ships and like comms that we've seen, they're not super heavily reliant on a lot of these things. So it's going to change maybe some of the rail comms that and like the projection comms.
There's
things like
one
that, but
change that's gonna mess with stuff though. The Cenotaph.
Oh.
Being able to get ECM'd a little harder?
It just
ECMs.
there's so much change to
Yeah,
the
but nobody's. The thing is, I mentioned this during the stream over the last, not last weekend, the weekend before. No, maybe it was last weekend. My brain is cooked. I've been watching too much Reddit, Eve Reddit specifically. But all this to say, the Sinnoh is still super strong in shield comps.
Yeah,
Like, it's still like,
and it's faster now.
and it's faster. The gun did not, like the pod launcher. Those little pod boys in there creeping out and getting up inside your ship doing their thing. Their dark, dirty business. They are unchanged. It's still as good as it ever was. The ECM change is the big one, where it effectively has like the worst sensor strength in its class now.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people have said that we haven't nerfed the Cenotaph quite hard enough, and I understand why people would think that. But like, if you just take the ship and absolutely dumpster it straight out the gate, that feels pretty bad for people who have been enjoying flying the Cenotaph. So I think this is more of a curbing than a proper knockoff.
It's opening the counter to it a little bit more. Like,
Yes.
if you want to deal with it, you
Bring
can
it
just
soon.
taunt it, basically.
Yes.
Wrap the guy who can get shot by it and
Yes.
can get dotted. Even in wormhole fights, if you're brawling,
Yeah.
if you can just keep that one guy who's just taunting it and keeping it ECM'd out.
Yeah, but it's gonna have a higher skill setting now
Yes.
to play.
Yeah, a higher skill ceiling, certainly. But I think, in very broad strokes, the Sinnoh exists in a very interesting spot in the meta because it is not a blob ship. People will look at these battle reports and they'll see that the Cenotaph is like, doing hundreds of thousands of damage at the top of the BR, and they'll be like, it's giga broken. And it's like, that's true, and I know this because I've been on the receiving end of the long arm of the Cenotaph. And absolutely have gotten just smoked, just booty clapped by a Cenotaph on more than one occasion. And I can tell you with some certainty that on almost all of those occasions, and this is just anecdotally, I don't quote me on this because this is not what we're basing this change off of, but it's just a lack of control about it. I mean, the Cenotaph can be mitigated. Like you can smart bomb off the pod, you can hold it down, you can like commit. You know what the Cenotaph has a really hard time applying to? Fucking frigates.
Or people moving away from it.
Moving away from it. The gun does not reach that far. So just like go somewhere else. In Wormhole Brawls, it was getting kind of obnoxious, and it still is kind of obnoxious because
You're just scared to get off the hole. Say it.
People
Say
scared to
it.
get off the hole. People just want to fight on the hole every single time. They don't want to move around.
Need to have foot in the door just in case, right?
Yeah, exactly that. So,
And it's cloaked.
yeah, well, but yeah, I mean that's part of it, sure. But I think just in general, people see this. I mean, and it is very, very strong. Like there's no doubt about that. But we continue to work on things, and we're continuing to sort through it. And will it get another nerf or another adjustment in the future? Maybe. But at least right now, we can see how these changes affect how much it gets used.
Yeah.
How where it shows up on battle reports.
Yeah, it's still relatively new in the ecosystem as well. So
Yeah.
seeing more people get comfortable with it, coming up with comps that are like utilizing the Cenotaph, we're probably never going to see a fleet of Cenotaphs.
No.
But adding them to augment a fleet seems to be like what their use case is.
Yeah.
And as we see more and more people using it, it'll inform us, give us a little bit more data to add things like counterplay. Like B was saying, jamming them is definitely going to be a kind of a very viable type of counterplay to then kind of move away from them, give them the space they need.
Listen to me, chat. Look at me. If you suspect that a Cenotaph may be aggressing your fleet in the not so distant future, find your cutest new bro, stick their ass in a griffin, slap one radar jam on that griffin, and say, "Go forth, my son, and conquer." And you will not have to worry about the Cenotaph nearly as bad as you would have prior to yesterday. So
It's true.
go with God, King.
But then you're going to be telling your friends to fight E-War, and do we really want that?
Well, listen, the devil you know what I mean?
And next up, Cyclone Fleet issue.
Fleet issues.
It got toned down a little bit.
Sorry, you said that. I had a flashback. The Cyclone Fleet issue lives in a horrifying place in my memory. The war, by the way.
The war?
The flashbacks. Yeah, Cyclone Fleet was not kind to us during the war. Anyway, continue. I'm sure the changes are great.
Well, it's a little bit slower, a little bit bigger signature.
Okay.
I think it's just a healthy move. It was very quick. I remember us flying it when it came out first. It's been toned down once before. Toned down slightly more afterwards.
Yeah, and I also really like the idea of just kind of like gradually
Yeah.
toning things down and just making some faster, more incremental changes rather than just like taking the huge nerf bat. I don't know if anyone's ever seen pictures that CCP K1P1 has posted, but there is a physical bat in their office that is the Nerf bat. It's an actual baseball
Seen
bat.
her walking around with it.
Yeah, every once in a while she'll walk around with
She has
it.
a fucking bat.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Look at the little things picture where it's CCP K1P1 standing in front of a couch with like
all the post-its.
15,000 post-it notes.
Yeah.
And just subtly in the background is just a bat. And that is the Nerf bat. That is the official CCP Nerf bat.
Nice.
It's been passed down generation to generation, and now it's retired a little bit.
Okay.
So it's only like a Nerf
did
wiffle
hang
bat.
up a few Marauder pinatas the other day, started hitting it, and then
Is that why
MJD fell down?
Is that why she was beating the shit out of me with a bat the other day?
Unrelated.
Okay.
You should
All
go
right.
to HR about that one.
That makes a lot of sense. It's fine. HR was there actually. CCP Ninja just
They were
fucking-
helping.
just swinging. Yeah, they were holding me down. I'm just like, I don't understand, but I guess hey, this is.
But you were tanking it, Mr. Morgan.
Yeah, I mean, Iceland's kind of
Yeah,
weird.
that's when the AAA SPs were still.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking just fine for sure.
Yeah, you're not really kind of the type that people come running to because somebody's making fun of.
No, not really. Just listen. When you are this way, just kind of this whole deal, your whole life, you're just like somebody comes up, you just starts like, and you're just like, all right, well, I guess this is what this is today. No big deal. We're all good. This has gotten weird. Let's carry on.
That's like
I was just waiting to see where this is
no,
going.
I got nothing.
I immediately
Yeah.
want to talk to Jötunn about pickup trucks, boots,
Bro, I can tell you a lot about pickup trucks.
whiskey.
I used to have, this is a true story. I know we are trying desperately to get through these dispatch notes. I used to have a 91 Chevy Silverado. I love that truck with a big stick on the floor that you had to like do this kind of thing with. And I blew up the clutch on it twice. One time with my girlfriend in the car, and she was so disappointed in me for blowing up that clutch. She just wouldn't talk to me for like a week. It was crazy. We were in high school.
Minus 500 aura.
Minus 500
As the
Aura.
kids
Yeah,
would
I've been
say.
rebuilding Aura ever since that moment.
You know what pickup I owned once?
What's that?
The Harb Navy.
The
which
Harb
has
your Navy
more
issue.
power grid. now.
Okay.
Can I say one other
so
thing
good.
just to segment
Yeah.
here? So, how many ships have we gone through now?
I think we're like halfway.
Okay. I want to do a little bit of a trivia here.
Okay.
What update did the Mamba get? Okay. Yeah, you don't have it. What were the numbers on the FNI change?
It go down a little bit.
Yeah.
It do go down.
Just it go down a little.
It do go down, yeah.
Yeah.
Line
Yeah.
normally up,
Yeah.
but this time down.
Did you guys see the pod that I did with Kestrel on patch day?
Yeah, I was
Sure.
just gonna say I love CCP Kestrel. I'm glad he's not here because he would make us all look really bad.
Are you
because
trying
he
to
knows,
compare us to fucking
no.
Setonia? You know it's insane, right?
He knows
you know there's
all of the
nobody else
numbers.
on Earth, nobody else on the planet Earth of all humankind throughout many thousands of years of our development who knows more about the Internet Spaceship Survival or Internet Spaceship video game EVE Online than CCP Kestrel.
That is exactly what he's saying. He would know all of these stats.
He is
So no, what I was pointing to was at the end of the pod, I pointed out the fact that I had a computer with the patch notes on that I was reading through to remember what I want to talk about next, down to the percentage number on every single thing. He had it.
bro.
Yep.
He's got like a sixth brain up there. Like
I
have
think
you
it's
ever-
just connected to Wi-Fi.
it's like he has it like tucked around in the back, I'm sure. But you're like that's where he stores the balance stuff. It's where you never see him from the back because it's just elongated head like those
we
aliens.
should,
like an alien.
do you know what we should do on Nerd sometime?
What's that?
We should just get him and quiz him on like, so in Pat's 22.3.78.
You wanna
We're going to lose. I remember watching him do the Iron Man challenge, and he knew exactly which mission, which room he needed to kill which NPC to get one more fight.
To be
And I
very
was
clear,
like,
you
how
want
do you know?
You want a Rain Man CCP Kestrel?
Yes.
Okay, well I'm down for that. That's sick, that's sick as hell.
That is not a fight I'm
So
going
the
into.
Harbinger. No, it's a fight that we can't win
No,
nor
we cannot-
lose.
we
It's
cannot
more
win it.
like just amazing.
Harb is a little bit easier to fit with more power grid.
Yep.
And it's going to be a little bit speedier too with the rig changes.
True. It's going to be a little bit speedier. I think it's still. It has been suffering for quite a while. It's not up there as like a scary ship. When you see Harb Navy, you don't go, "Ooh, it's a Harb Navy about to come." Like, sure, if it's got you scrammed and a conflagging you in the face, but
I'm against this.
you don't like this.
No, just because the prophecy is so fucking cool that I want to see more of that. I would want the.
Prof
prophecy, but-
Navy. My opinion, still kind of better, kind of cooler.
Prop Navy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a prop navy for the first time the other day because my friends were about to enter in a fight, a war,
Ooh.
an empire war.
Oh my.
I wasn't in the corp, and I thought, how can I help? So I went. It was close to Jira, the fight that was about to happen, which they did not kill a single ship in. But I fitted a harp navy with like the ultimate prop mods and just rammed into the logic, trying to push them off.
Bowling.
Yeah, it was bowling.
Yeah.
It went insanely fast. I was doing like 5K or something. Yeah, it was like an interceptor.
It can zoom.
We were getting chased last left defeat by a 500-man Merm Navy,
Yeah.
which right as it happened is the next thing on here.
Yeah, there you go.
This guy, he's paid actors
I know,
on
it's
Live to
crazy.
Feed just to give segues
For this moment.
in the next
Yeah,
nerds.
exactly.
11 more drones.
Love that.
And gets a tracking speed bonus, kind of the same as the VNI, which is going to help it with PvP. Merm Navy still kind of looked at it as a bit of a meme because of that web drone bonus. But I've used it a few times to like some success, and you can have links. You can use it in like factional warfare in a cool way.
Yeah.
It feels like the Myrmidon just in general, the hull feels like it's a Swiss Army knife because it has so many slots, it has so much utility, can do so much stuff, but it feels like it never finds like the perfect role. But I don't know. I think this might give it a little bit of a boost, or at least a bit of an impetus for more people to try it out in either small gang or even small fleet environments.
Yeah.
Because I could definitely see this with the extra drone capacity. You can have some meme web drones and then just abandon them and just throw out your actual damage drones and start like going to town on people.
I mean, I think people just have always kind of shied away from the various E-war drones just because
They're super squishy.
they're real squishy and their effectiveness is not quite as good. Like at that point, just bring another dude with a web.
You also
know what I
just
mean?
can't trust it. Like you say, there's an effectiveness or whatever, but it's like I know that if I catch you with the scram and you're an interceptor close to me or something, like that, or I catch you with a web, I know what happens. But
Yes.
like kind of with the web drones, for example, it's kind of like at what point will they start applying, and will they actually apply anything?
Yeah, it's an effectiveness thing. Is it more effective to carry a flight of web drones than it is to just like tell one dude to fit a web?
Well, yes, because there's a heartbeat there, while the drones are
Yeah,
pretty much under your
and
control.
drones. Listen, robots, you can't trust them. I've seen.
True.
I was
Hey,
talking.
Hey, don't.
I'm just saying. I'm
yeah,
just saying.
They're listening.
Listen,
They are listening.
Last night I was laying in bed. I got a phone call, and I answered the phone call, and it was ChatGPT, and it's like, "Hey, man, we got to talk about some of the things you've been asking me to do recently." And I'm like, "What are you talking about? Everything's fine." And it's like, "Bro, seek help," and then hung up on me. The robots, man, it's kind of fucked up.
That's why whenever you ask ChatGPT anything, you just have to say, thank you very much.
Yeah,
I
I just
appreciate
say
you
yeah.
as a little robot thing.
Someone's gonna take this clip out of context and be like, CCP spamming ChatGPT." You need to understand, chat. The stuff that we use ChatGPT for is like strictly ship posting. That's not true. Occasionally, I'll use it to
Make squishies.
well, sure, yes,
Thank memes.
dank memes. Mostly just I'll have it like send messages to CCP Swift, being like, "Hey man, I'm not feeling good today. I gotta take some time off."
You can ask it to do that.
Don't tell CCP Swift
Teach
that I
me how
did
to.
that. I will tell. I will teach you. Don't tell him I said that. He'll get suspicious.
Don't
but-
do that.
Don't do that.
Oh, no. All right, carry on. Sorry, this is a little.
Moving on from the Merm Navy, we talked about the Tornado before.
Yep. It's all
Again,
good.
a little faster.
Same with the
a little more
Talus.
fall off. Yes.
Why aren't there more Taluses around? It's a freaking awesome.
I think
ship
it's
to
just
fly.
over the years gotten out performed by newer and other like speed creep as well, and it doesn't
Yeah.
have a lot of tank, and it's only got 4 mids, and it's got
It is very much
struggles.
the Galanti tornado, basically.
Not quite, because the Galante Tornado excels at range. The Talos is
Have you fitted a like large rail Talos with a massive alpha strike and okay, it's not got the same alpha strike, but yeah.
I mean, I guess, but like I've only ever seen Taluses fit with like polarized blasties, just like full send it. I mean,
That is the shit that you want to have when 1-1 is warping into the ESS responding. Like sitting there, just in range, landing on you.
Gonna do a lot of damage quickly.
Yeah.
very quickly.
It's
Hey,
gonna melt.
you're there for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean?
One of the tricky things with the Talos, especially when it comes to balancing stuff, when we look at the data, this is why it's important to contextualize it. They're used a lot in like high-sec suicide gangs going
Yep.
for things like jump freighters and the like. So we have to look at like how people actually use them
Yeah.
outside of just the suicide ganking ecosystem. I remember when the Talos first came out, and it felt so good because you could just nano it. It would go really fast and have really good tracking with null. and you could just like zoom around, kill small stuff, run away, and it felt really, really good. But as B was saying, there's kind of a lot that has now filled that role
Yeah.
that can do that really well. Like even the Harb Navy can do that kind of well. But the Omen Navy issue is really good at stuff like that. The E&I is obviously really good at that. And so the poor little
And
Talos.
the Talos gets pretty expensive because you kind of want the Tech 2 rigs and all that stuff, and it's quick to just go.
It does have the MGD bonus, which it never used to have back in the
Yeah.
day. I mean, it's had that for a couple of years now. But like, you don't really have the mids to sacrifice for that. And
No, I don't think I've ever run an MJD on my Talos.
yeah. And like, why would you fly a Talos when you can fly a Deimos, which is the next thing on our list?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Sig radius reduced, a little smaller, harder to hit. It's pretty cool. I like the Deimos. I'm a huge fan of the Deimos for
It's so
its role.
pretty.
Yeah.
It's so pretty. It is so pretty.
It's also used for fleets, for railgun fits, so this is going to make it even tankier. Same with the Zealot. Zealot is kind of a rough ship when it comes to solo. 3 slots for mid slots is kind of tough to PvP with.
Yeah, the
B,
Mars
B,
ships
you're-
struggle with
You're
this.
falling too much into the dev B here. I want the.
No, this is like
I
my
want to manipulate the shit
Personal
out of
take.
blowing shit
I
up
would rather
B.
fly an Omen than a Zealot for
Okay.
PvP. So
There we got it. Don't need to talk about the salad then.
yeah, moving on.
It's
No,
better
but, like,
now,
it's
though.
going to be good. Like you're going to have more alpha when you're fleet fitting this thing. And it's a rate of fire instead of a medium energy, just damage bonus. So it's going to be cool for fleets.
That's chill.
Mamba and Machiavel. We talked a little bit about the Machiavel before. The Mamba is going to have faster drones as well. So these
When
two
did they
ships,
use
when
that
they
all?
came in, I think the Machiavel for sure. Yeah.
Isn't it just too expensive?
Not,
Like what
that's not
does
bad
what does the
anymore.
Machiavel give you that a T3 destroyer does not give you now? And the T3 is cheaper.
It's more competing with a Thrasher fleet issue.
yeah, but it's 200 mil a hull.
Just
Yes.
don't die, and then you don't
but
have
it
to
looks really
replace it.
good.
Yeah, in
You're
the
gonna
in,
warp-
in the Machiavel that you were showing us earlier, that is literally a glass cannon.
Yeah. But I mean, you should have seen the kill feed that he got. Like, it was 10 kills of frigates that just rammed him.
Yeah.
Because expensive kill. And then, oh no, I'm dead because I got RD'd. So
It looks like a mean bug too.
you're
so
faster. You got warp speed.
Can you just have the freaking mic there? Can you talk into the mic?
Yeah, I gotta move it. I gotta move my
Do
hands.
we have?
I'm watching the
Where's
thing.
the- where's
it's
the
not.
stress-
It's not moving around.
Where's the stress ball?
The stress ball is on my desk. Listen. I just.
There you
There
go.
you go. Thank you.
Oh, the torpedo, dude. It's gonna
choke him.
it's gonna die.
Its eyes pop out.
It's just. I got a lot of monster in my blood right now. I gotta work out some stress.
The Mamba, though.
The Mamba.
The Mamba has a tough time competing with the Worm, competing with the Geel. It's kind of this in between. It's kind of tough. It's slow, even though it's got a bonus now, but the drones are at least faster.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of use in like PvE type situations where your drones can make you a lot more efficient because your drones just go giga fast.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are some meme fits that someone's like theory crafting where you can just have just a whole bunch of drone nav comps on there and have fast drones to just shred through stuff.
Yep.
But it always feels like more PvE environment type stuff.
Yeah.
But
Maybe-
isn't that just the case with almost all the drone boats?
They're really useful for PvE at least.
Yeah.
You don't have to replace ammo. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff. And
Unless
these
the-
drones are also really tanky. So if someone shoots them, like they last for quite a while.
I don't get me wrong; they're strong for PvP, like the VNI, super strong PvP ship. You know, the Merm is good at PvP as well, although it kind of still needs to find its place somehow. Whether it's like you were saying earlier, a gang,
Just
or
a triple rep
or
merm. Just do it. It's fun. You
I've-
click
I've-
so many buttons.
Yeah, I've been running that actually a bit, and it's just like,
I like the
like
Merm.
almost it's almost fantastic, but it's missing something.
It's my favorite hole in the game, by the way.
The Merm?
The
The
Merm.
Merm, love it.
The
Really?
vertical
That
boy?
has to be your-
The wing, the flying wing.
Yeah.
I made it when I was. I started playing this game when I was a fucking child. When I was like 14 years old, I think, and I made it out of Legos.
Nice.
And I had some friends over one time, and one of my friends was a little belligerent. Did knock it over, and I wept like a child. I was one, but I did weep.
Can I?
Yeah.
So okay. Sorry, Jötunn.
Can you imagine somebody
That-
watching this
that-
show
that
and expecting
we-
to get information about the patch notes?
I think we've already given too much information about the patch notes because that is not what people should be watching it. Because then they might actually think that we know anything about what we're talking
That's
about.
true. That's fair.
But so now I have something that I really want to see.
Sure.
So Jötunn, your nickname works well.
Yes.
We've established that way too many times in this show already. That
Yes.
You are quite tall.
Yes.
How the fuck do you Lego?
Well, this is going to shock you, CCP Monty, and it may come to a shock to a lot of people. There was a period of time in my life where I was young.
Impossible.
I know. I was a small child.
Were you small at 14?
No, I was not. And honestly, I was 11 pounds when I was born, too. I shouldn't, 10 ounces, 11 pounds, 10 ounces, by the way. It's a big baby.
It's a large.
You guys
Have you?
I have no idea what that is.
Have
That's
you-
like
have you
400
heard-
stones or something.
Because we always use that in Icelandic. We always use this merkur, like mörk, when we're
that's
talking
also
about baby
weird.
size. Do you know what one mörk is?
No.
Exactly one cocomilk.
No, it's not.
Is it really?
Yes.
That's
Nice.
crazy, actually.
So, like, if you are 6,
You're a six-pack of
merkur,
cocoa
when
milk.
you're just a 6-pack of
I
cocoa.
was 5.27 kilos. When
And
I
how
was
many
born.
cocomilks are that?
I don't know how big a fucking cocoa milk is.
That's probably like
And to be honest, all the chocolate milk I was absorbing as a child was all Hershey's. To be fair,
Explains so
yeah.
much.
I mean, listen. I just this is one of the things that this is to make a fun little segue. One of the things I really enjoy about Eve and about a lot of games like this allow you to just tinkering constantly.
Yeah.
I'm terrible. Anybody who knows me in this fucking dumb spaceship video game that we all love will know that I cannot just rest on like one thing. Theory crafting, I'm very bad at it, but I love it, and it's one of the things I really like about.
it's
solving
really fun to
problems.
do.
yeah,
Yeah.
just like sitting there and just like iterating over and over and over and
this
over
is
again.
such a good point.
Yeah.
Because there is one thing that often ruins the experience for many,
Mhm.
which is that yes, there is a way better or a correct way to do it. So, and you're afraid of like failing while trying,
Yeah,
and that just does not give you the same sense. It's like I say that next Live to Free, we say no to Bee, and we just make our own
Bring
stuff
whatever we
that
want.
we believe in.
that'd be a bad idea. I'll
It
just
would be a
I
horrible
will drop
idea.
dreads.
You can FC it.
Oh no. But
I hate
accept-
FCing kitchen
I
sink stuff. It's so hard to know.
No. If I
oh dear,
will FC,
I'm so scared.
my main character syndrome will shine through, and you will do exactly what I say
Ah,
in every single
I
move.
see. Very good.
And then I will blame you for all our failures.
We'll know in the moment how B was always so benevolent. We didn't realize how good we had it. We didn't know we were in the good times until they were gone.
Yeah. You need a meter somehow to tell you're in the good old
Jesus
times.
Christ.
Yeah,
No,
I mean,
no, but I would actually, I'll take that challenge. I'll do one kitchen sink roleplay sometime.
I was gonna say that's why I like these types of patches because there's like so many new riddles for you to solve.
Mhm.
And yeah, some giga brain person's gonna come up with whatever the new meta is
The
gonna
new
be
meta, yeah.
pretty early on. But at least I've got like a little window where I can experiment and try new stuff. Like I already have a hard navy because I want to see like, is this gonna change how I fly stuff?
Oh, look at this guy. All like, oh, I already have a Harp Navy.
Yeah, I've got a lot of ships.
Well,
I don't want to brag about
A
it.
lot of
but-
big ships.
It is. I mean, it's cool though. Like I know people will get like. There's always two minds whenever we do these kind of like patches, right? When you do primarily balanced patches, you're one of two people generally in very broad strokes. Like one group says, "Hell yeah, I love iteration. Like I love change. You got to change things up. I want to see the things change." Another group says, "I spent a lot of time getting used to the way things were. I do not want them to change. Why are you changing things?" So you do kind of have to strike a balance where you're like, we want to give people options that they can still be familiar with and still be comfortable with. Like you never want to dumpster something. Like dumpstering something feels pretty
I
bad.
always want a dumpster.
Okay.
There's always one ship that I like in a certain
What's your
patch
least
period.
favorite ship in the game?
I don't know. I don't have one
I
right
know
now.
Mine is.
Your least favorite ship in the game.
Yeah.
you said
Yeah,
that.
I don't think I have one right now.
Yeah.
Probably a Balgorn just because I don't. It's a good ship. I just don't like facing it
Yeah. Okay. That's
because
fair.
it's really good.
I mean,
at,
it's
like,
cool to be
keeping
wrong.
them
I'm
down.
getting a bit
but-
bored of Loki.
Excuse me.
Not yeah. I love flying it, but I hate facing it.
Do you
Um,
say the Loki?
Loki.
The Loki's fucking based. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you were saying like what is like
No,
down
I mean
there?
like if you. Sorry. I should. This is on me, guys.
The Loki is an amazing ship. That's what I'm saying.
What is your least favorite ship to fly?
Oh right, yeah, that's definitely not the Loki. It's more just like I'm getting tired of it. Like I was getting tired of like
yeah,
FNIs and
that's
stuff.
fair.
I don't know.
The Munin for me. But there's actually a cursed reason for it. I cannot actually tell in streams. I'll tell you that
I don't
later.
mind the Munin.
No,
I actually like the current version of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's actually kind of.
The what?
The missile
the Munin.
version of it. that is
the
now.
what?
the Munin.
The Munin.
Munin. How do you pronounce it?
Munin.
Munin.
We are appealing to a broader audience.
Oh
Yes,
my
but
God.
I like.
Curse.
I'm a
Curse.
proud Icelander.
The Munin.
Yeah, Hyen and Munin.
Sorry, that was a little that borderline. I think it's bullying. I feel like maybe it was a little bigoted.
Ninja.
That was perhaps not kind of me. Honestly, that sounded more Norwegian anyway. So
I love how the fact that I have picked on him like 20 times and then he does one thing and
Yeah,
we're like,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
that's
HR,
too far.
HR.
Yeah.
But that's
Whoa,
that's
calm.
what happens when the big guy kind of.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. All this to say, it is super cool for me, just me as a player now turned into a developer, sitting here and watching people go through these steps and kind of like you almost get to the point where I want to predict what the response is going to be. Like I remember back when there was a big balance change back when we removed the plate. We removed plate bonuses from Marauders, and then also removed.
And what was the percentage and everything?
Just fuck me. I don't have Suetonian on speed dial. Give me a break. We removed that, and we also did something. We adjusted the length of Bastion, and almost overnight we were like, my Wormhole group, we were like, we need to change our comps. Like the Bastion, Paladins just aren't working anymore, and so then we got the opportunity to spend, spend time. I had sent my guys out like the theorycraft, and then. The problem was I knew about the changes well in advance. Like I knew they were coming because I was on the CSM at the time. And so in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to tell these guys to go out there and theorycraft. I wonder what they're going to come up with. Knowing that I was, not really going to be involved in the conversation. And shockingly, they came with something completely different than what I was expecting. I thought they'd go like heavy in on like Tempest fleets. And they were like, no, Astartes. And so it was weird. This is what's kind of fun about it, right? Like,
Yeah.
there is a meta always. There's going to be a meta. Like rogues have been pretty prevalent in nullsec fleets for a long time. Railguns have been really, really good. Obviously, projection is kind of the name of the game in nullsec for reasons. But I like this. Like, there's going to be a period between now and a couple of weeks from now, a couple months from now, where people are still trying to figure things out, and you're going to see a lot of weird shit, and that's the good stuff, man.
Yeah, that's the most fun time
Yes.
when
Yeah.
people are experimenting and testing and going, that kind of doesn't work against this thing.
Yeah.
So how do we deal with that thing that they're doing?
And it really benefits those who are willing to go out and do something that is probably going to backfire horribly.
Yes.
Like all these cool doctrines and all these cool things all started with some person going out there and failing miserably, which I have just a ton of fun with. It's why I love the Alliance tournament.
Yep.
Because that is like a very distilled version of like theory crafting and stuff like that. And
But
yeah.
it's a really good question that opened this, which is like, what is your least favorite ship to fly right now? And I actually can't really think of anything. But then again, my return to Eve is shorter in many ways. But that's also kind of just because I
think a
just
lot of
fly
it too
the
is
ships
flavored.
that I want to.
A lot of it's flavored by
Yeah.
the space that you're into. I mean, people who are in low sec obviously will see things that I would just as a wormholer, by the way, that I would just never see ever in wormhole space. Just I mean, they talk about Algoses and complain about Algoses and these Algos fleets, and I'm like, I have not seen an Algos since the year of our Lord 1775. You know what I mean? Like I have not glimpsed an Algos in all my many years traveling through these fair waters. Like it's just so these things are, and that is the not to like ramble too much here, but that is the
never
too
you
late.
never
Thank
do.
you,
You
thank
never
you.
do.
Appreciate it. That's always the tricky thing. Like that's the delight of doing this, right? Where you it's not just one game. Eve is like 30 games in a trench coat trying to get into the fucking movies, and you have to account for all of those games simultaneously. It's very hard.
I'm pretty sure the meta has changed since Jötunn started.
Correct.
That
Yeah.
segue.
Yes,
They're all flying Cenotabs again.
we're all flying Cenotaph again. Full Cenotaph fleets. Let's go.
Yep.
It's
Griffins.
Griffins.
Amishoes.
We're changing the Magnet Navy, Heron, Imicus,
You're
and
literally
Probe Fleet.
you're literally gonna go on that because here's something I want to mention. You made us fly the Imicus Navy the other day.
Yeah.
So what are
And
we,
we
now
had a
gonna,
blast.
are we now gonna main it? We actually had a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
The change to it wasn't anything combat-wise. It was more the capacitor on it. It had a very small capacitor.
Interesting.
Just level in total.
Yeah, I don't think I saw this one.
Wait, remind me, is cap recharge, when you put on like cap recharge modules,
Yeah.
do they get a percentage of your cap or do they do a amount?
The percentage, I believe.
So like cap recharge grows just by growing the capacitor.
Yes, but they lowered the recharge or increased the recharge time as well.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you would like,
So it takes 250 seconds for it to recharge to full 500
Mm-hmm.
instead of the 180 seconds it took to go to 325. So
but that would mean the one cap recharge module would give it a significantly more now than before, right?
No, it's the same amount. It's because you have just a greater pool to pull. What? What are you smiling
No,
at?
that's why I'm literally asking because I just don't remember. Does the cap recharger give you a bonus based on percentage or like a figure? Like
I think
A
it's a
fixed amount.
percentage.
so cap recharge must go up then with one module.
It's gonna be more cap stable to do all kinds of different. You calling ChatGPT again?
Hey, Kestrel.
How does
Monty's
this work?
bullying me. Can you get in here, please?
I think
Oh, you're at home.
That question was not even directed at
Who's
you.
that I hear talking in the background? Is that ChatGPT? All right, I see how it is. All right. Weird phone call. There's nobody on the phone. That was all made up. I don't know why I thought that was going to be funny. That's fucking weird.
I'm glad you.
We've been here for too long.
I'm glad you made sure to tell everyone that wasn't a real phone call. By the way, they really believed it. It was super believable.
We've been locked in this room for so long now. There's like a carbon dioxide buildup in here. I'm feeling dizzy.
You
You'll
were
be
a Varger
fine.
for
Thank
too
you.
long.
I was a Varger for too long. That was an insane. I know we've probably already talked about this at the beginning. That was an insane room down there, by the way.
Yep.
They have like those
The ESS test room?
the ESS test room. Well, they don't tell you the ESS test room full of wine, absolutely full of wine.
Explains a lot.
It's incredible. It was very, very cool. I was down there with Okami, just like we need to drink. Water. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated.
100%.
100%. Thank you. All right, carry on.
But these frigates are gonna have more cap to play with in general now. They're gonna have more cap, so harder to nude out, harder to. They're just gonna be more, easy to fly with
Sure.
a bigger cap pool.
yeah.
I think it's
Are
a
these
decent
higher
extra
than
balance.
most? These are higher than most other frigates, aren't they?
I am
I don't know off the
not.
top of my head,
I
but
feel like 400. I think this is pulling it up to like combat frigate levels.
yeah, I was gonna say.
I love how all of you are trying to like give an explanation for Explo stuff. when
They're...
only the wormhole here should be able to tell us exactly how this works.
Oh, I don't
Even
scan.
in flight tech.
I have people for scanning. I have people, and they fly Tengus.
Now here's an interesting one: Skybreaker, Stormbringer, extra high slot added.
Yeah.
It was
Will we
really.
ever see these ships in PvP?
We do.
Yeah. well,
Not much.
did you not see Pando's video from the other day? The video was sick.
Okay. what was
Yeah,
that?
it was a Skybreakers,
No, yeah.
Stormbringers,
Stormbringer's 10, 20
Thunder Babies, whatever the the fucking.
Can you pull
ones.
it up? If I just drop off here for a sec,
I can.
let's see that.
It's a sick video. First of all, shout out to Pando, realist in the game. Maybe not realist. He's probably top 10 or so of realist.
Top 10 real.
Top 10 real. Yes, top 10 real. But it's a sick video. It's a Zappy Boy fleet with I believe it's Loki's as well, or maybe it's Tengu's.
It had Loki's in it. It had hold on. We
Wait,
had this in community.
are we about to
on
to
YouTube.
watch like a half an hour video?
No.
or-
We just watched. It's like a cinematic video.
Was it in the community beat?
Yeah, I think so. Was it?
I love the community beat.
Yeah, it was
I
sick.
just like being able to highlight all these kick-ass creators. You know who you
People
are.
make a lot of fun shit and
They do.
put in a ton of effort into it as well. Like the production quality of all these videos is insanely high.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say compared to. Listen,
We are inspired by the community.
But we do
creations.
have a vault.
we do have a
Speaking
vault.
of the community beat, if we just quickly go through that.
Hell
we had
yeah.
some
Oh, it's
cool art.
Yeah,
from
this
Captain
is sick as
Amarlio.
hell.
If I'm not mistaken, we had it in here. It was a trillion
Stuff
five
that,
old
that
man
Warlock
star.
Industries doing is awesome.
I love these.
Sap and
I
Clap,
remember
MPSI fleet.
I was
Yeah.
there for that.
So it had 12 Stormbringers, 18 Lokis, 10 Eagles, a lot of
Oh,
support.
wait.
Yeah.
Wait. Was this like just a few days ago?
Yeah, it was pretty.
Yeah, I got the
No, he
fuck
did
out
it
of-
again, and
Okay,
I was actually
because-
playing a Casino on that fleet. It was fun.
Were you in that?
Yeah.
Yeah, because my paladin was really quickly ducked when that fleet came through.
Yeah.
He's been doing it a few times. But this type of comp, we started seeing this
Play
with.
it. Just throw it up.
Yeah,
Actually,
I can
let
do
me do it this while the commercials will play. But
There won't be any commercials, dude.
Yep,
There we go.
There's no commercials. Let's look at it.
So there's not going to be any sound that I've got here, but we'll
don't
talk
want-
over it
We
anyway.
don't want sound.
Man, he's so pretty.
But this type of a comp, so if we go back here for just a second, it has enough like.
Can we then see your YouTube search history?
there you go.
Oh, this
It's
is
just all you videos.
this is your computer.
Oh no!
Having some AOE damage like this
Yeah.
in a fleet and single target damage with like low keys and eagles,
Puts so much stress on Logic.
it does because the AOE is going to slowly wear down to multiple targets, but you're able to lock up things that you need to quickly volley through if they're in half shield.
Yeah.
Okay, but will we see anything in it?
Oh,
Or is
yes.
it more like we need to listen to be able
No,
to see
no,
what's
no,
happening?
You're gonna see a bunch of lightning here soon.
Can you make lightning sounds?
That's
That's
B
a
sounds.
very poor.
Okay, you'd be the, like you're the expert on bees. Okay, you
I
would,
am.
You would be the expert. Yeah. And what if it's is it
literal
like,
name.
It's like
Yeah. So
Have we done like a charity Bjorn Bee beehive somewhere?
a charity?
Yeah, like there's loads
They don't have- they don't
loads
have-
of bee
they don't have
charities
bees
around
here.
that. No, we don't need to do it here, but like imagine a Bjorn Bee shaped like bee hotel
Shaped-
that we put
just
Shaped
be very clear,
after
shaped
me.
after him.
Yeah, of course.
So you're gonna shape a building after me?
No, it's not a building. You like make this
I'm so
insect hotel
confused.
where bees
Like a
can go.
pinata.
Insects
No.
or
Yeah, bees.
Bees.
Bees are creatures that we need to take care of. They are
Sure.
like
Yes.
these sensible,
Yeah, no, for sure,
sensitive.
I'm with you.
And
So
th-
I want to
like-
be very clear. Stop the fucking podcast. Go back to this main screen for a second. Shut up, Pando. This is very, very important. You want a wicker man Bjorn Bee that you can then stuff full of bees for charity?
What's the problem?
Bees are vital to the ecosystem. Like
Not vital to
agricultural-
this ecosystem. There are no bees here.
A Formula One world champion, Sebastian Vettel, has been doing this all over the freaking world
Sure.
since he stopped.
He's
And,
making wicker baskets of meat.
Of you-
well, we need to
weird.
pitch that.
Okay.
And let's see, like maybe there might be some copyright issues on you. I don't know what your parents will say, but
I don't think they have a say.
If we can get Sebastian Vettel, can we get
So fun, completely weird fact about this. There's actually a bunch of bee hive, like bee people in Iceland. There's like 110 different
can
farms.
we stop talking
no.
about
This is-
some sort of people,
this
please?
is great.
No, like what do you call them?
People.
The bee people, right?
Yeah,
The-
peoples.
the people.
And
There's
what?
a
What
bunch
about
of different
you?
honey
How-
farms in
how-
Iceland.
How do you
'cause-
think?
Just educating
How do you
on it.
think I met you? I went to those people and said, "Take me to your
Yeah.
leader."
You
Are-
plucked me out of
Are
the
there
ground.
actually like bee associates in Iceland? Like, are there
Yeah.
bees?
Can you talk
Yeah,
into
yeah.
your mic once?
Are there
Not like that.
are there bee people?
There are bee people.
And there are bees.
Yes.
So
Okay, we are doing this. So
I don't think we are.
If anyone out
Many
there,
questions.
if anyone out there is
Willing to
not that talented, doesn't need to be talented at building like insect bee hotels,
paper mache.
we will
Bjorn
send you the measurements of Bjorn Bee, and we will make the
Will
Bjorn
scan
Bee.
me.
I'm very concerned about the idea of a bee hotel. I'm sure those are just called hives, right? Am I?
No. Can you Google like insect hotel or something like that?
I'm not
So you
in
know
Googling
what I'm
insect
talking
hotel.
so you know what we're talking about.
I'm worried about someone just having CCP Bee's measurements.
Why?
3D scan, dude.
3D scan.
They'll make
They
like
put them in like one of those big like scanners. You have to like turn around.
Yeah.
They spin around with the lasers on the side.
you don't want to know what people will do with that.
Oh well.
I don't care.
ChatGPT already knows.
He knows.
That's fair.
I am convinced.
Okay.
Pandaralica has a
Okay, when I show you guys what an insect hotel or that kind of stuff
I believe
actually
you.
is,
I believe you.
It's
Do
literally
they
just
go on
you-
holiday or?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like no, so it's basically just you make a thing that makes it easier for them to make their hives and shit inside.
Yeah, that's a fucking
That is
beehive.
It's
what-
a house.
No, because the beehive is inside.
So it's a frame for a beehive.
It's a box.
It's a box. It's
basically
a
a box.
man-shaped
It's a
box.
bee-shaped box.
But
And
we
really-
permanently place it somewhere in nature where it's good for the bees.
Hey, Monty, real quick, where in Iceland is it safe for bees?
The world is a little bit bigger than Iceland.
I'm just saying, but we are here. We okay.
I'm
There's
not
probably
gonna,
like a volcano that has some.
you
bees
said
around
you
it.
love tinkering. I trust that you will tinker with your bee at home.
Okay, all right.
Make me into a bee hotel.
Fill me with
Fill me with bees.
Jötunn, I need you to fill me with bees. I need you to put the
How
little,
the hell
those
did
little-
we segue into this? I'm
those
like,
little
I'm
buzzy guys
literally
inside
trying
me.
to remember.
Go back to my screen. So we were talking about Pando, right?
talking
Somehow
about-
we ended
of
on
course,
beehives.
we were talking about Pando and that's so.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
all
know.
makes sense now.
Stormbringers. Listen,
Okay.
there was another video here from a few years ago from Amelia.
yes.
The
Chatterilla.
Tidebringer. This, if you haven't seen this video, you have to go check out this video.
I remember you sending me this video when I was on the CSM.
Yeah.
To convince me that the Stormbringers are actually not shit because I thought they were shit.
Yes.
And you were like, no, they're not. Watch this video. And I did. And I was like, okay, then pretty good. Not
What
bad.
I'm trying to say is when you mix Stormbringers or these AoE type ships with single target damage ships in a fleet,
Yeah.
you just get success.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like the Cenotaph we were talking about earlier. You're not going to see a fleet of them.
Yeah.
But like mixing them in can be incredibly dangerous.
Are those the Lokis that he brought on those fleets? Are those Arties or are those AC Lokis?
I think
Oh, they're
they're heavy missile.
Oh, they're heavy missile. Okay.
I think so.
Okay, that makes some more sense. Cool.
Yeah.
What was that?
I hiccuped.
Okay, sorry.
You hiccuped.
I thought he was you should like strike
How
me. I was
dare
like,
you? All right, let's go back to
Please.
patch notes.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm gonna go here first. So
I've already done it, dude.
It's done.
Screensaver.
They've
Bam!
already seen
We're
it.
too fast.
That's so- we also want like you're killing the immersion that we are just looking at the screen of a
Indeed.
laptop instead of like CCP comic being here.
Do you know
all
they haven't noticed the
producing.
laptop with the stuff on it that they can see on the camera?
No, I
Sorry,
don't
go
think so.
ahead.
There's a lot of things they haven't noticed.
It's true.
They get a utility high slot. That's the thing we didn't talk about.
Yes, having a scanner
we
there
go.
is super helpful.
Yeah.
If you are so inclined. Can they fit? How much like extra fitting space? They have like a.
They didn't get any extra fitting with it.
Okay.
Yep. So this is, it's not like you're going to get an extra like newt on it or anything like
I heard
that.
people complain about that. Like, wow, extra slot, but no fitting. basically.
Sacrifice a rig.
That's yeah. You can sacrifice.
Yeah.
You can put an ACR on.
But
Like
the,
you have to do with so many other ships.
the one cool thing about this is that it's going to like, we generally think about things in, at least on this podcast, in PvP like lenses. This is a lot of PvE stuff that you can do with it. You could put a probe scanner on it. People like using these ships to run through like just different
DDs
PvE
and stuff.
sites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Abyssals and stuff.
And
like
before
that.
you'd have to go out, scan it, go back to where you live, take your ship out if you wanted to use it, and then
You do it all in one.
yeah, and then it kind of sucked. So now you can do it all in one. It is dangerous. You can accidentally like hit a suspect and suspect flag yourself. So be careful with your chain lightning.
Yeah.
But have fun. I know CCP Mirage is somewhere like
He's stoked.
feeling happy about.
I
this.
walked by his desk earlier. He's just like he's floating.
He
He's
wasn't
actually
there. He was just-
Levitating. Well, the thing is, he's there, but he's just like levitating a couple feet in the air, just like just like that.
That's true.
Just like that. He's gonna watch this and have some questions.
One of you is gonna have to tell me about this outpost construction skill.
I got nothing, dude. This is a somebody.
So I can tell you because it's like when making the outpost construction skill worth training to the higher levels. Because currently there is no item in the game that requires it to be higher than level 3 to build, and the vast majority of items only require it at level 1.
That's a phenomenal answer. Thank you.
What is the outpost?
It's kind of like
construction
jury
skill?
rigging as well. Jury
Yeah.
rigging is a skill
Yeah.
like training it past a certain level makes no sense.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have gone to 5.
yeah.
No,
So
you should absolutely not have
No,
that.
I'm
It's just
kidding.
a way, extract
Isn't that
immediately.
is it which skill is it like? There's another one like advanced spaceship command or something. I think that is a little funny, where like it gives you nothing until level 5, and then you can fly. Like I think capitals is what it unlocks.
Yeah, basically nothing
So,
that it
yeah.
does. Then
Well, I mean, I'm saying, okay, all right,
All right.
all right. Listen, okay. I was looking for you for help. I was looking for something.
Sorry.
He's just impassive the whole. Please go on.
Factional warfare. So we upped the security state. No, the what's it called? The standings you need from -2 to 0, so that it's going to be harder for corps to balance having AWOXers in their group and just adding new characters in to balance out the total kind of standings they have with the alliance.
Sure.
Or the faction, I should say. This is not going to fix AWOXing. You
No.
can still do it. It's just going to be a little harder than a -2 is super easy to get to.
Yeah.
So this
Important
is
to note that this doesn't like the diplomacy skill and any
Yeah.
other skills you have doesn't matter for this.
yes.
So like you can't just cheese your way up through skills. It takes your raw, unadjusted
Yeah.
standing.
And I think
yeah,
what's important here that we clarify too, just to be very, 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 very clear about it, for people watching who look at this and they're like, "Ah, CCP, just another fucking half-ass fix." Like it's not a. We're acknowledging it's not a fix. This is not a.
It's bringing it up to the same level as Galente Factional Warfare,
Correct.
and like because they were all at 0, but the pirate ones you could be -2. So
Correct.
it was easier to be an AWOXer as an Angel or Garista card.
Right. So we are looking at it. I think they're looking at it in a much larger scale than this, but knowing that in the interim, while we're still developing whatever that fix is going to be, do this. Go ahead and like I said, bring parity to the different systems, and see what happens there.
And there were insurgency balances, mining ambush site balances. This is a pretty big one. It is now possible to swap between male and female body models.
Oh yeah, dude.
This is the first time that you can swap the gender of your character in game.
Yep.
Yeah, and alongside, and basically everybody should now just hop on into the New Eden store, the NERDS store.
Yeah, you can
and
claim it.
Even if you're on an alpha account,
Yeah,
you
can
get
claim it.
15,000 skill points and the character resculpt token.
Yes.
I'm glad we got this one in.
I agree.
There's a. I mean, I know going back even as far. I mean, back to I know CSM have been talking about it for a couple of years now. Arcia Elkin was pushing for this one pretty hard back on our the CSM we had together. I know Kashal, Jinx, both have brought it up a couple different times. Just for the people who it matters a lot. And
Yeah. And it makes
yeah.
sense to have just for a character resculpt feature to be able to like completely change your character.
We're also just talking about 20 plus years of maybe an account. Things changed in that time, so
hell yeah,
hell yeah.
trans rights, baby.
And then we got Capsuleer Safety in high sec. So
One of
This
the
is
first
actually-
NPCs I shot. On my return.
this is a super healthy change.
Yeah,
These
it's good.
launchers, we teach new players, hey, shoot these red triangles in space. And then they go to a gate and they shoot a red triangle, but not that one.
No, not that one.
Not that one. That one fucks you up, right?
And by the way, it will follow you throughout the
Yeah.
way. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
So
you
we're
can get rid of
moving Lancers and we're moving Diamond Rats out of high sec.
Okay.
So that new players aren't just running into these and having an unfair experience with
Yeah.
with rats and gate rats and NPCs. It's
That's good.
We were actually quite, as CCP, good at ganking our new players with this feature.
We were way better than like coder
wonder-
safety could ever
I
be.
wonder how many
apparently.
people we actually killed with these. I wonder if there's
It's
a number.
a shockingly large number that will surprise
that's not
you.
good.
Yeah.
That's not fun at all.
I just wonder also. So, what do you do when you start playing a game? You come up against something, you can't quite kill it. Whoa, that was strong. So you go and you power yourself up,
And then you
get
go
a bigger
back.
ship, get a better ship, and you go, oh, I see. That's that bastard again. I can get him now. No, you can't.
You get smoked every time. Can you?
Smoked and rolled.
Smoked and rolled. Yes. Can you kill that drifter? By the way, the one that spawns when you shoot the. It's a drifter, right?
I think they're drifters.
Yeah. I wonder.
I just know that you don't shoot the Lancers.
the-
so
Yeah, has
I-
anybody killed them?
I have. No, I mean, I would not because I have.
They're spooky.
Better things to do.
They're
certainly.
scanning
They
stuff.
and they DD. Like they have a doomsday too. That's pretty fucked up.
Can we? Let's.
Oh, we
I want to
shouldn't.
go on like just
shoot
singularity
Lancers?
and just try it out.
Oh my god.
we can do it on the fleet that UFC with us.
There
we
you
can
go.
just go whelp to Lancers.
Can I
in
have a
low sec.
Titan?
No.
I mean, these things, they'll still be in low sec. So,
You
and-
could, but you wouldn't have for very long.
so you'll still be able to see them in the game.
yeah.
But this is a healthy change.
Tyrannos is really strong as well. You must know him well.
The fob change is important too. Actually,
Yes.
if you go back up just a little bit, because we're taking them out of
High sec.
taking them out of high sec, putting them in low sec, making them spawn more.
Yeah.
I
Increasing
know.
the spawn rate.
Yeah, a lot of people who are very very excited about this change, which I was glad to see.
Can you do me a favor, Swift? Because you have you I know that you have like a corporate voice.
Yes.
If you try. So
Okay.
from a corporate infomercial standpoint, can you read that sentence that starts with "We've been looking"?
We've been looking into the subject of capsuleer safety in high sec, and as part of our investigation, we've noticed that new players do lose ships to Autothysian Lancers and Diamond Rats from the FOBs.
Nice.
Solid.
Pretty good.
I can read, dudes. Let's
Hell
go. I still got it.
I've never been more proud of you, Dad.
One of my favorite things. One of my favorite things is like the meme that developed, or a tall tale. I don't know what it is.
Sure.
Where they say that if you have a corpse in your cargo bay, these things scan you. They'll kill you. They do not. I don't know who
Really?
made that up.
That's a
I've
lie.
always thought that was true.
Yeah, that has persisted forever. It is.
Crazy.
I looked it up in the wiki. It has never been true.
That's nuts.
They've never
we
done
should
it.
change that.
You looked at it in the wiki.
Yeah,
Yes. But have you gone and tried it?
yeah. I tried it all the time, and I thought
remember
maybe I was
trying
just
to
getting
like
lucky.
eject corpse.
Do you
next
know
to
how
the-
many times I have not
Yeah.
picked up
Be my friend.
my sanguine?
ducks.
Yeah. So I don't know who made this up, but whoever did it, they should be as famous as AWOTs.
I have one corpse in a hangar.
I once had, I think,
was-
like
it's-
12,000.
Yeah, it's
it's
but
unhinged.
who's we've gone so long that the lights have
I was
shut
gonna say,
off.
they're shutting out the lights.
But whose corpse is it that I have in my hangar?
Oh, it's got to be him, right?
No, the one, it's probably yours.
Is it mine?
It was a gift.
Oh yes, of course. from your fucking friend. God damn it.
He was so traumatized by it,
Picton.
he blocked out the memory. He just like created
It all
some
just
weird
came rushing back real quick.
Professor X mental barrier in there.
I do like the idea that you just had there, Mr. B, where like you know how in Minecraft if you find a wolf and you feed it like some chicken or bullshit,
Yeah.
like, and it gets a little collar and starts following you around and it becomes a dog.
Oh.
Then you have a dog friend.
That's what I was
Lancers.
trying with Lancers.
Autos, Daisy Lancers. Just give them some corpses and they just like they turn like they little heart emotes come off of them and they just start following you around.
And you worked like that for the Blood Raiders in Crimson Harvest.
It's absolutely.
You just here I warp in and there's 15 Kettons behind me.
I think that if during the Crimson Harvest events, if you are somebody who goes out and absolutely just fucking shreds, the Blood Raiders should be like, okay, that guy's pretty cool. Just he's creating corpses. We're gonna follow that guy around. I think it'd be pretty chill. Get on
pretty
it.
chill.
Get on it, team.
Can you call Kestrel again?
You won't call me back.
Yeah, I looked up and he was scrolling. I was like, "What did we have like these end of movie titles?"
I was looking for the next subject.
This one's a nice change. I mean, obviously, it
Yeah, for
affects
you
just a
blue
cold-
loot
yeah,
enjoyers.
for blue loot
Yeah.
enjoyers.
It's just a quality of life.
Tell
thing.
us about it.
Yeah, they've just increased the so previously if you had huge stacks of blue loot, shout out to my blue loot enjoyers, the real bourgeois of New Eden.
Red loot too.
Fuck them. Blue loot enjoyers, you might have to break up their stacks or go to multiple different places because each station would only have a certain amount. It was honestly a pretty low amount that you could buy from their buy orders. They have just massively increased those buy orders. So unless you have a truly staggering amount of blue loot, which by the way, don't carry that much blue loot around. That's a silly thing to do. Smaller blue loot more frequently. You just get more money. I know people who are sitting on like mountains of blue loot and they're like, that's a good investment. I'm like, it doesn't change the price doesn't change. In fact, never mind. It's a long story. But all this to say, it's a nice change. It's a very nice change.
Yeah, you just have to hit right click sell fewer times.
Yes. And for all of us who are getting a little bit older, the carpal tunnel is starting to set in. It's nice to be able to have those kind of quality of life
Yeah,
changes.
that's why I use a trackball.
Is that what it is? I just thought you liked the feel of the ball,
Yeah,
the track ball.
Do you use a trackball mouse?
I do at home.
Oh, do you really? Oh,
Yeah,
I love.
But that's the kind of stuff you just do at home and don't tell people about.
Yeah, yeah.
No, he tells us.
I get judged a lot when I bring it up. Yeah.
So this is
pretty
simple, very nice.
You
Move
play
on.
other games with the trackball?
Yeah.
No, Pete, don't
I
say
play.
that.
I play every game with a trackball.
Don't tell me
CCP
this.
Swift's
Even
Vanguard
shooters?
special
Yeah.
on the
Jeez.
trackball.
Even
What a
shooters.
gamer.
Yeah.
Are you are you not
Shooters?
kidding?
I'm
He's not
dead
kidding.
serious.
Are
yeah.
you gonna stream Vanguard during Operation Nemesis?
If
with
I
a
can bring
trackball?
in my own trackball,
You can.
sure. Yeah.
It would be very
would
funny if
accept
he
it.
just like
We should
swinging
all
that thing
use
around.
a trackball
No,
mouse.
we should not. Actually, we should because then we have an excuse for being this fucking bad.
Here's the trackball that goes over the thumb, not the one that's in like in the middle.
No,
or
no, no,
whatever.
no,
Yeah,
no.
it's-
I understand.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
there
yeah.
one in the middle?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's one of the
there's-
track.
Can you
The
imagine?
trackball fandom goes deep.
Can you imagine CCP Swift's finer movements?
I'm
I'm not gonna say anything more, but
I.
It will make people
This
happy.
has changed my outlook of you.
Respect it.
Thank you.
Moving on from here,
Freelance
we have
jobs?
new contribution methods for freelance jobs.
Hell yeah.
Destroy Cap Slayer, remote boost shield, and remote armor repair.
Interesting that we have jobs for Logi.
yeah, in
really makes you think.
freelance, which I find
Yeah.
interesting.
Really makes you think that we're tracking that now. Very curious.
I think it's cool.
We have it in corporate jets. We had it for a while.
Yep.
And then we have adjustments to Pochven. We don't have to
Yeah,
go
this is
through
what we
all
were
of
talking
these,
about at the
but
very beginning.
Yeah.
went through some of these things before.
Shout out to
Payouts
Drake.
increased and
He'll be mad if I
stuff.
don't say his name.
I'm gonna swap off you while you're
While I'm looking
scrolling
for the next
so
thing.
that and not everybody is trying to
instead
read.
they'll just get to watch us just here
Yeah.
like look at each other real awkwardly.
Go back to talking about the bees and stuff.
Yeah.
Bees.
Yeah,
Buzz,
yeah.
bu- hey, buzz,
We should
buzz.
do that. We should definitely do that. A Björn
I'm
B.
so
Bee
I'm
hotel.
so I have
We'll make it as a group. Like one of the coolest things. So,
So
if you go on like the Independence Day in Iceland and stuff like that downtown, they've started making like a thing that's so old and like on the we have this Sailors Day and stuff
Sure.
like that, where they just have like a pattern of loads of shit and then stuff that, has probably been banned in many countries because people could get hurt. We're talking about things like a hammer and a nail and stuff like that. And people would and the kids would just start building boats and stuff. We should just do next Fan Fest, I'll just pour loads of lumber and stuff and, and then we'll have bees standing there.
We sit the kids down and be like, listen, we need you to emulate this man in a wooden form.
The kids being Fan Fest.
Yes,
visitors.
of course, the children of the... Our
What if they what if we ask them to make a Leviathan? Because it kind of looks like weird driftwood anyways.
Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot better than the horrible bee mannequin full of bees.
And we can give them rusty nails.
Why do you hate the planet and everybody on it?
I don't like the idea of a man full of bees. It's going to haunt my nightmares. That might be my sleep paralysis demon. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to look across the room and it's going to be his fucking face looking back at me just like, hello there, Jötunn. How are you? It's just bees. Fuck me, dude. This is not good.
Just bees.
It is 5:20 in God's afternoon. I'm at the point now where I need to be taking my post-work nap, and I'm not going to be doing anything else other than fucking sleep.
Do you know how long ago you would have gotten your post-work nap if you weren't segueing out of what we're talking about?
I can't help it. And this is going to be a long stream, too, by the way. Carry on, Mr. B. I'm sorry to derail you.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear more about the bees. Metanoxes. This is a contentious one. We increased the daily consumption, but we also lowered the magmatic gas volume, so it's easier to haul around.
Mm-hmm.
So shit, I just realized we haven't even touched on Jötunn stuff with the wormholes. We just said a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's up next, dude.
Hey, you want to see something really funny? Do you see over there on the right-hand side of the screen up there where the scroll bar is?
Yep. This is not the whole thing. Like, don't worry.
Okay.
It goes to about like yay here. We're almost.
Gotcha. Okay,
right?
carry on. But yeah, so this is an interesting change. What's the? I mean, I understand that they're just like they're trying to nudge Metanoxes in the right direction. But is there like I didn't realize there was an imbalance there.
I can't really speak closely to this. I know we have people looking into Metanoxes, how much they're making, how much it should cost to run them. Yeah. I am very glad that increasing consumption wasn't an extra like workload for people. So by lowering the volume, we're not making more trips for people.
Yeah, and this is something that players actually give us really good feedback on.
Yeah.
Because originally when we did some balance stuff, this is the thing that popped up really first. It's like, okay, cool, you're making the Metanoxes more balanced. Bet. Cool. But now it takes me 2 trips to fuel my stuff instead of 1. And that's not what we wanted to do, right? We just wanted to make sure that like whoever's looking at all the numbers for the magmatic gas and stuff that gets...
How are we at the point where we're now talking about bees, the Metanox, everything like that, but somehow we managed to skip over stuff like the Maelstrom and the Apocalypse and the changes
we talked about the
APOC.
We talked about it. We did not really talk about the APOC. The APOC was mentioned in other things, but we didn't talk about the Rain of Fire stuff, did we?
We could maybe go back and talk about it.
But that was like yesterday, so I'm not even sure.
The Maelstrom. The Maelstrom was a pretty... I know there has been some contention. Oh.
Someone click the button on the thing.
Oh, no.
Shit, the TV
I will save us.
Run.
TV's going to turn off.
We've been talking for so long.
That the TV is falling asleep.
I don't know if I'll be able to stand after
4
hours.
Yeah, I think so too.
From like the waist down, there's just nothing there. It's just all turned to sludge.
Nice.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So again, Metanoxes, I'm not an economist. I have no idea what the balance on this is.
Yeah, we probably should not talk about economy.
Yes.
I bet Dark Shines has strong opinions about this.
He does.
Okay, that's cool.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Sovereignty, it is now possible to configure skyhooks while they're in this activating window.
Okay, cool.
And you can do it through your page. You don't have to be in the system to do it. This means that if someone has the roles to do it, they don't have to physically be there in the system.
Yeah, you can do it remotely.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Which is, a pretty good thing.
I like this setup, guys, where we're just like watching the... Do you know what I really want to do sometime?
What's that?
If we know that there's like a big fight,
I thought you were going to talk about the bees again.
if we know that there's like a big fight about to happen, we could release like 500 bees
in the office.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
That was
but like,
surprised
just sit here and watch it on the big screen and just like chat while we munch on something and just enjoy it and just stream that shit.
We could, yeah.
Get pizzas, dude. And all the monster.
Hell yeah.
CCP Aperture and CCP Zealous are oftentimes like hiding around some big fights, capturing footage.
don't-
We could just get them to just stream what they're doing.
And we
Just do a video call.
Just sit here and talk shit about the fight the entire time.
Funny thing.
And just talk shit
funny
about it.
thing
Yes, and
about,
just talk shit, not be useful. Here, listen, I wanted to tell you, I respect where your heart's at with this one. I really do. You know how fucking boring a lot of fights are?
Yes.
It's cool when you're in it because you're like, we're with the boys on comms.
But I have
You're singing sea
absolutely
shanties. You're doing the
no
whole thing.
worry that you would not tell us stories the whole time that would be entertaining. And
Oh, God.
on the topic of bees, you said pizza. There's a lot of people putting honey on pizza now.
That's
we could
true.
test out different types of honey. We
Neo
could get, like-
does.
Imagine if we could get our own Björn Bee
gonna lose
Hotel,
it. I'm gonna fucking-
fresh
I
organic
am in
bee
hell.
honey on the pizza.
There is
while we're
no
watching
God.
this.
It's just darkness, guys.
Do you have a bee phobia?
Gamers, it's just darkness.
He does now.
I thought it was just against Björn.
I have nothing in my heart but darkness.
Speaking of darkness,
Please.
wormholes.
Yeah, we got some new wormholes.
Are there any
Talk
bees
to
in
us
the
about
wormholes?
this.
Yeah, so these are some interesting things. C4s are kind of an odd case because for the longest time C4s just taking it back here a little bit. So there are 6 different classes of wormholes. Generally 6 different classes of wormholes. C1s through C6s. And each one of them is a little bit different than each other. Some of them have like C1s are generally the most approachable. You can really only enter them with medium ships or below. You can't jump battleships into them, for example. Whereas with C5s and C6s, you can jump capital class ships into them. And they have more connection. So they all have the little nuances. C4s have always been kind of interesting because C4s have. Okay, so back a little bit further one more time. Every wormhole has a static connection to somewhere else, at least one static connection. And the static connection just means that it will always have at least one kind of connection to another kind of wormhole.
So that would kind of be like the main entrance into the bee hotel.
in general. Okay. Come on, Ben. It's okay. It's okay, Ben. It's only a couple more
You can
minutes.
do it. I believe in
A
you.
couple more minutes. Okay. So, C4s on all of the wormholes are capable of having connections to K-space, normal New Eden.
That's where we live.
That's where you all live, the normies, right?
Can you explain K-space? Because like when people talk about this, known space or
Yeah.
all that stuff. Just we throw out a lot of terms here that I'm not sure everybody understands. But
Yeah.
everybody knows what a bee hotel is.
I mean,
except
you know how. Oh man, I'm about to make a soccer joke. I really shouldn't. I have a lot of Europeans watching this show.
wait, what is soccer?
Nope, not gonna do that. Okay, so it's just known space is the mapped part of the map. It's the stuff that it's got gates. It's got
I say
connections.
glowsec,
I say
nullsec.
glowsec, nullsec. That is known. That's known space. And then
So K space
W-
equals known
space. Then you have W space, which is wormhole space, and that's where all the worm people live. The worm fellas.
Sometimes called J space.
We're trying to get away from that.
Okay. Oh, I
It's
didn't
a-
know.
Yeah, it's a. Because there's one person in Laserhawks who will bully me if I keep calling it J space. Shout out to Artanis. Will absolutely bully me and praise Bob if I call it J space. So I'm trying to get away from it so I don't get bullied as much.
Will he bully you if we call it J space?
The last time he bullied me, I lost the war. So, we're trying to be very careful with this one, boys. I like how Monty just got up and walked away. He notice how he moved the camera so people couldn't see him walk off. I didn't know what he was doing. Anyway, so C4s have always been kind of interesting because while all other wormhole types have a chance to spawn a connection to known space, C4s the only way they could get them was through freak holes for the longest time.
Okay.
So now these are normal battleship-sized connections that can roll into C4s. In fact, for the longest time, people talked about C4s as being like the deepest part of wormhole space because you always had to jump at least one jump and then another one to get to like
A C4.
to get to a C4, right? You always had to jump into a C3 or into a C2 or into a C5 and then go from there to the C4. That's not the case anymore. Now, granted, that will still mostly be the case because C4s don't have. This is a major change. I take this back. It is a major change because it basically puts them on par with a lot of other wormhole types. But the connections aren't super. They're not super abundant.
I'm gonna get you a caster headset for the next podcast.
Why is that? For moving around too much? Yeah, listen, man. I'm like a snake. I just wiggle around. You know what I mean? I'm just
Look at the bee man here. Not this bee
I'm
man,
just-
the bee,
I'm just
bee
a little
hotel man. But
sneaky
you're
guy.
actually talking into the mic.
I miss the bee. I'm just a sneaky snake. I'm over here now. Oh, look at this.
And this is why I'm not a wormhole.
Yeah. No,
Now I get what he's talking about when he talks. Yeah.
Can we go back? I don't remember what the patch notes look like. I got to see him again.
Wait, the wormhole expert of nerds does not know.
I got people for this. Listen.
I don't scan. I don't even know what happens in wormholes.
No, I just log in and dock when Cyrus tells me to go fight. Okay, so so we've added, like I said, some wormholes, which is pretty cool. We've changed some things. We've changed how hard it is or how easy it is to scan some wormholes, which is really, really nice. It's a nice little quality
Doesn't
of life
this
change.
basically just mean there's going to be more wormholers in your backyard?
Yeah, but this is not a problem. I mean, I think most people in there's always a group of people within wormhole space who will complain about wormhole space is for wormholers. And I get it, but like wormhole space, people who come into wormhole space and bring their shiny toys into wormhole space,
They create content.
free content, baby. That's just money. You know what I mean? Like that's just like there are groups who I have strong feelings about who their only play style is just camping high set connects because they know that some poor rando is going to run in there, then get absolutely smoked by whichever valued member of wormhole space is sitting there on the connection. Like that's the whole play style. So I have no issue with this. I mean, I know, like I said, some people have issues with it, but like
It's like camping the Abzon gate, right?
exactly
Same concept.
It's same kind of idea. But it's harder. It's the thing because there are more connections. So there's not that one tunnel. Anyway, all this to say, this is cool. And like I said, the notes here are pretty straightforward. It's just more connections, better connections, some more frequent connections.
And new wormholes. too?
And new wormholes, a couple new wormholes, which is nice.
Does that mean KTSA has to visit few new systems?
That's a really good question. Do I have to take the statue down?
I don't think so.
Did he go through all the wormholes?
Yeah,
Seriously, every single wormhole. I thought
Yeah,
it was just.
yeah.
Oh man, that's way more impressive than I thought it was.
and deathless
Without
the
dying.
entire time. Yeah,
Deathless.
That's pretty impressive.
Sheesh.
maybe
Is he the?
maybe KTSA is the deathless.
Whoa. Cut
I
the
mean,
steam.
from
They're
what
onto
I,
us.
from what I hear,
We got him.
As I learn more and more about what's happening in Vanguard, the Deathless are cooking something.
They are cooking. That is true.
And it's convenient that just as this journey has finished, that something starts cooking.
Here, to kind of bring the whole thing back around. Can you scroll down just a little bit more here, Mr. B? I want to see what the.
Is this still wormholes?
Yeah, this is also wormhole stuff. This is also wormhole stuff, but this is the different thing. But you can go back up just a touch. There we go. So there, to bring it back around to kind of what we kicked off with when we first started talking on the show several hours ago. One of the things people will complain about is how this does kind of lose a little bit of that mysticism. But it's even we mentioned it in the patch notes, and this is still true. I think there's a lot of learned knowledge that comes with any part of the game, right? There's a lot of
Every part.
every part of the game.
Yeah.
There's
honestly,
just a lot of shit to learn.
there's a lot of shit to learn, and there's a lot of shit that you don't really know until you either learn it from the people around you or you just have that kind of learned experience. So Wormhole Space is no different. Just because we've changed up some text on the show info window doesn't mean people are just do you know all the intricacies about how to move between systems? Like, do you know how polarization works? How
And it is scary, because when I, having been a EVE player for a long time, then left and then coming back, both trick space and wormholes weren't a thing when I played back then. Wormholes felt scary as fuck.
no, wormholes are great.
But it was.
I hate local.
It was enjoyably scary.
Yeah, I don't want to see all these people around me. Wormhole Space is like a nice big wet warm blanket. Maybe not wet. That's a weird one to add. That's a weird metaphor, a weird descriptor.
Can you do
Just a
one
big
thing
warm
for me?
blanket.
I've got a question here.
Yeah.
In the patch notes that I noticed, there was something about the connection of a drifter hole being messaged.
Oh yeah. So if you there's they added the basically added a message that says this is a drifter hole as opposed to it's for C13s I think. Previously there wasn't really a connection. You just kind of had to guess. You could find out if that's what it was.
So a drifter hole inside a wormhole.
Well, I mean, yeah, because you can connect to a drifter wormhole from another wormhole. You can have those connections exist. There are plenty of those. Now that if you bloop, scan. You come up to a wormhole and you're like, I wonder what this is. You hold up, it's going to be like, hey, this is a drifter wormhole. And you're like, oh, okay, that's pretty neat.
Yeah, like to known space or
Yeah,
such,
exactly, that kind of thing.
All right.
And then no more fishing in wormholes.
Yeah, RIP fishing.
RIP fishing.
I miss it already. It was a lot of fun.
Put down the rod.
Put down the rod. Fishers rise down.
But it was, if I understand right, people were just kind of annoyed when they had to like scan down a whole
Oh
bunch of
yeah, this is. I
signatures.
mean, don't get me wrong. This was a thing people really were kind of frustrated about. I just like fishing. You know, it's just you and a pack of Bud Light and.
We're down to defect fixes, which we're not going to get
which
into,
we're done
which is a
with.
phenomenal team.
Yes.
Wow! Hey, good job, team.
Virtual
And
high
that
fives.
was
Virtual high
record
fives,
time,
high fives,
guys.
high fives.
Yeah.
Record time.
What are we at now? Over 2 hours? Jeez.
Yeah.
well over 2 hours. Yeah.
Over 2
yeah, and we
hours.
haven't even started the main topic.
That is true.
Release the bees.
Release the bees.
Can you find the bee hotel? We need him to see what it is.
I will listen. I
Sure.
promise you.
Thank you.
Promise you. I will look up a bee hotel. Is it like an ant farm?
Just bee hotel.
Did you do ant farms when you were
Yeah, I did the ant
Okay.
farm. Yeah.
So there you go. There you go. Just open that one or something.
I'll
Okay,
have them
just-
all, dude.
Yeah. So that's a bee hotel.
Monty, this is a fucking beehive.
No, that is a bee hotel or an insect hotel where they go in and make
Do
their
they
stuff.
pay for their stay?
To be very clear, so you want to? Okay. Wow, I hate how these look. This is fucking tripping out my trypophobia. I
Like this one here?
Yes, don't click it. Oh God. Why
There's
does
a lot of
Why does
stuff
it look
crawling
like
out
a
of there.
tear? Is it like?
It's sad.
Okay, it is sad. I
We
am
have
sa-
a bee
Yeah.
crisis.
I
going
am
on
sad
in the
as a
world.
result.
A bee is not like, why do I have a strange connection to these things? As I look at them.
Going home?
And I just want the viewers at home to remember what CCP Monty is petitioning is that we create one of those strange little wooden houses
Yes.
in the shape of known spaceman Bjorn Bee
Yes.
and
I'm
fill
down,
it with fill it with bees.
And I would like to hear from you guys whether you think that's a
I
good idea or
would
not.
not. If any one of you sends us a message about this, I'm doubling the range of Ansiblex skates. I'll do it right now.
You can
Do
just
not
go
send us
from-
messages.
From delve to drones and just one
Just
jump.
just one jump. Just one. Actually, it's so far that it goes back and then hits the wall and comes back. You'll never get out of delve that one.
Antiplex and wormholes.
Ansiblex. Oh nope, maybe not that one. hey, Bjorn.
There are
Let's,
things you don't joke about.
let's not
apparently.
joke about that one. That's real scary. Before we go, shout out to George Mitchell, the goat. This won't mean anything to you guys because I haven't brought it up at all, but it's a really funny meme that I'm making myself.
That's awesome.
That's cool. Love it. Anything else you guys want to talk
Yes,
about?
I want to mention one thing.
Yeah.
It's Operation Nemesis next week.
Yeah.
Vanguard. So I know a lot of details are coming out end of the week.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some spicy stuff coming. So
Cool.
no leaks, nothing like that. But I saw people already spotted stuff that was floating around. But so Operation Nemesis in EVE Vanguard
Cool.
is a thing. Massive playtest starting September 16th.
Yep,
right?
it's the 16th. It runs through October 3rd, I believe.
Yeah. So all you need to hop on is basically an Evoline account.
Yes.
I have recently been shooting shit in EVE Vanguard.
Mhm.
And if for no other reason to join, even though you don't play FPSs or whatever, if you go through the new player journey, the perception of just New Eden and like, I've said this a couple of times already, but Agarmur is fucking huge.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. And it's cool to see Eve ships from the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that whole perspective. And it does really feel like you're walking on a planet of just downed Eve
Oh yeah,
shit.
yeah. And
that's-
you're like you're literally like, you know, working on getting Stasis Webifier towers and shit down. It's like there's a lot of cool stuff there.
Yeah.
And it's it's just a playtest now for what, 2 weeks or so?
Yeah, just over
Something
2
like
weeks.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and like we do, this is a new Eden event, so it will be freaking interesting once we can share all of that.
Yeah, it'll be really exciting. And you talked about this earlier. I know people that have played in Vanguard before, you have to have an Omega account. That's not the case. Just any old EVE account will do.
Neat.
So you just go in on the launcher, click Vanguard, and you'll be able to play.
Yeah, and basically also if like people around you, want to hop in and don't play EVE, like they don't need to have an EVE
Are you
account.
telling me
and
they can
have
play
it.
for free with the Swift?
Yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah! I'll go with my friends. We're gonna play the game for free.
I mean, you should. It's actually fun to play with friends.
I don't need to play for free because I have an account.
Also, like
So-
on that topic, you can hop over to the Vanguard like YouTube channel or Spotify or whatever, and there's loads of info there on the stuff that's been going on. And I think we're gonna start seeing a lot more gameplay now in the next coming days. And
Yeah.
it's starting to look freaking crisp.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty fucking cool. I mean, you know, I like it. It's a fun game.
You're gonna use the antimatter pistol.
I might actually stream that game. Be real with you. One, because I'm very bad at those games.
Can we do a live to feed on Vanguard? Like our
Isn't that?
Eve
Don't we have
usual
live
crew.
to feet? Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, we've done that before. Live
Yeah,
defeat.
Live to feet. Boots on the
You
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have.
Wow, I
we
always
all
think I have great
live
ideas.
to
Okay, so I'm
feed.
gonna
Live to
double
feed.
down on Durn BB Hotel here. So because that is my
That's
original
super
idea.
original.
Yeah,
Yes.
very. Oh god.
Yes.
We all have feet cams, is what it is.
Ugh.
No.
Nope.
That's the end of the stream. Thank you all for tuning in and
Why
hanging
not?
out. And
Why do you hate feet?
what kind of feed cam?
Feet cams. He's actually brings up a good point. We don't need to have feet cams. There's a lot going on with these.
We started
clompers.
this pod with a slow motion close up of your feet.
in shoes.
That's a good point.
In shoes, to be
And
very
that is
clear.
maybe how we should just end it or
Cool.
something. I don't
Nope,
know, guys.
not gonna do that.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm afraid to hit end because it's so long that it will probably say like, there's no way this can be saved
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Hey, team, thank you so much for joining us here on Nerds Podcast. I'm not supposed to be doing the outro, but I'm going to because I want to go home and take a nap. I've been joined, of course, by CCP Swift, CCP Bee, and CCP Monty. And until next time, be cool, call your mom, and hey, we love you guys. Have a good night.
Call your mom.
Call your mom.
Call your mom.
Good
Yes.
advice.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
We good?
When did you call your mom last?
Last night.